Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and jammers of all genders. I'm your host, PatchTheAlpha. Welcome to the TeaSpill podcast. Today we are joined here by professional AJ streamer, wholesome entertainer, and game designer Vallkyriie, also known as Emily. Say hi.
Hey.
Okay, 'cause we need to talk about how you had yourself muted through the intro so you wouldn't laugh.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry
Yeah.
about the cringe. But yeah,
It's okay.
so first of all, is there anything I missed? Like, is there anything else you do? You obviously stream AJ, make AJ videos, but the game designing, anything else I missed? Like, what
I
else do you do?
also like to digitally draw all the time. I do that
Oh
quite
yeah, yeah,
frequently. I
you're a really
mostly
great artist. Thanks for that drawing you made for me, by the way. I posted that on
draw. Of
Instagram.
course.
It's really great.
Yeah.
So
Thank
yeah,
you.
artist as well. Add that to the list. Um, you mentioned before that you went by numerous usernames. Like, if people remember you by a different one, what sort of like accounts were they?
All right. So it's a good question. Well, back in 2013, that's when I first started Animal Jam. I used to love Warrior Cats, just
Hmm.
like a lot of you out there
Is
probably
that
do.
like okay? Is
And
that books or a TV show? Because that always confuses me.
it's books.
Oh, books,
Books.
right?
There's a series of books by Aaron Hunter, which is like Aaron Hunter is like their group name. There's actually multiple writers of each of the series.
Mm.
That's basically how that goes. So my name was Frozen Fur, which is something I made up. One,
Mm.
two, three, four, and I was
Oh
known
Jesus, numbers in the
for a
username.
bit. Yeah, I know.
Yikes.
Okay, very cringy. So, yeah, definitely. So when I started, what funny thing about that
Mm.
is like I kind of I had that username, and I had like a YouTube channel which also had numbers in it, but it was different.
Mm.
And I made like cringy content, which is just fantabulous. And then of course I had an Instagram.
Mm.
Yeah, so that YouTube, if you guys remember, you might not know this, but it was Moonpeak266, and it's changed now for my game developing whatever.
Mm.
But my old Instagram was frozenfor1234.aj, and
Mm.
I had several thousand followers on that. I
Mm.
remember that like very distinctly. But I was known by Frozen for 1234 for the longest time. I played Animal Jam for like I don't know 2 years under that username or
Mm.
something like that, and then I switched to First recently to like I guess that was 2015 or
Yeah.
something. I don't know 2016,
Mm.
and then
So when did you make
now
Valkyrie? This
I'm
is your newest
Vallkyriie.
one. When?
Right. So I think I made this 3 months ago.
Mm. I
Yeah,
mean, it's a good username.
Valkyrie
I
is
like
the
it.
newest.
It sort of
Yeah,
reminds me of like Valkyrie like on Twitch was this like streamer. I think she does like Fortnite and
yeah,
other games. I don't know. But yeah, it's quite a cool username.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you mentioned your Instagram like before you had a previous one, but now recently on Instagram you've actually hit a new milestone, right? Congrats on that.
Yeah, definitely. Thank
But
you.
yeah,
It's pretty lit.
what do you do on your like Instagram? I know you like sort of repost that and let people know when you stream and things like that, right?
Yeah, I do
Mm-hmm.
that, and I also take selfies and I edit them to make
Mm-hmm.
them like black and white or make them enhanced so they look better
Mm-hmm.
because Animal Jam just needs to step it up. They are just
I know
so
it's so bad.
like
They need to add like
no.
some sort of like filter thing. I know Play Wild has like this little camera thing, right? Where you can like take a picture of.
Yeah,
I don't go on it often. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
I've
yeah.
been on it months ago. But yeah, they have this little camera thing. AJ could definitely use with that, but like with different filters, things like that. I think that would be cool.
Well, what I'm talking about is I've seen this done on other games
Mm.
where like you can because like for example Jamal Township, like if you look at it you can tell that it's pixely on the buildings and everything, and I
Yeah.
think that that needs to be fixed. Like I can tell that the
Yeah.
items in Animal Jam look fine, they look
Like
high
when you
def,
go
you know,
into
and
one of the
really
stores, like one of the old stores that's been around for a while, like you can just tell the difference between the graphics as well. Like sort of the beta style, I
yeah,
guess. Like for an example, I was on my stream and I went into like the Cocoa Hut, and that was
yeah.
just like so odd. It was all like smudgy and stuff. It was like 240p.
Honestly, what I do, like literally it takes 3 seconds. Literally you just like open
Mm.
up that image because I know it's an image, and you
Yeah.
just go through and just
Photoshop,
color
image trace
like
it.
everything. Yeah, like
Mhm.
I actually did this the other day. Like, I was gonna make a video, but I scrapped it.
Mhm.
Maybe I'm thinking about doing it again. But it was like I was going through and to see like what was like unreleased for dens and stuff, and I
Mhm.
stumbled upon an underwater den that was like the original den, original
No, that
small
sounds
house den,
cool.
but for underwater. And I recolored that thing and I fixed it, and it like looks
Mhm.
like it could be an actual den in Animal Jam.
Submit
And it's
in.
a shame that it didn't get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long ago did you start playing AJ? I know you said you went by various usernames, but what was like the very first time you started playing?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to say it was like summer of 2013, like
Mm.
back when Raccoons first came out. Like
Oh
I
yeah, I
was that was
remember.
me. raccoons and deer. That was
Mm.
the jam right there.
I started in I think like really early 2011, like almost 2010, but 2011. But yeah, it's pretty good
Mm.
back then. Um, so why did you choose like AJ and not different MMOs? Like I know you play various games, like you've shown me your desktop, but like yeah, why did you choose AJ?
Yeah. Well, actually, so I was waiting on this registration for Feral Heart, which
Mm.
is like this animal
Yeah.
MMO thing,
Not to be confused with
and
Feral, the new game coming out from AJ. Feral High is
yeah,
different from
Feral
AJ.
Heart.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's made by Kovu LKD, who's no longer in the community, but I was waiting on the registration for that because it took so long. Like the registration's like never open,
Mm.
and it's only open at certain times at like ludicrous times, like 1 a.m. Like it's ridiculous.
Mm.
And so I stayed up and I just couldn't get on it. So I was like, okay, you know what? I keep seeing these ads about Animal Jam, so why not give it a try while I'm waiting? So that's what I did,
Yeah.
and I joined under the name Frozen for 1234, and that's how that got
Mm.
started.
Right. So sort of, can you explain your main look? Like, what made you pick that in particular?
Ah,
I know that's
okay.
sort of a weird
So
one and a hard one, but you know.
yeah. Well, it's actually easy to explain
Uh,
because my old main look was a fox with a pharaoh hat,
mm.
and I remember walking in, that was under my name first, and
Yeah.
I remember just seeing these people with magenta furry hats. I
Yeah.
was like,
Fairy,
man,
fairy hat makes
if I
sense.
yeah, and I was like, if I had one of these, I would wear this. But you see,
Mm.
I'm too poor, so not gonna do that. And eventually, very recently,
Mm.
3 months ago, I
Yeah.
was able to get one, and I just was like, okay, let's
Uh,
do this. And Arctic wolves look the best with like
yep.
any item, so I was
Yep.
like, all right, do that too.
Arctic Wolves of a
And
meta.
yeah, definitely, but overused, of course.
Yep.
And then I wanted to take some patterns and just kind of merge some items that I had with
Mm-hmm.
my other look, which is like a headdress look. So I kind of like mashed them together and made it all magenta to make it look
Yeah.
cool, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to have like the black like skin part because no one uses that,
Yeah.
so why not? So that's
Blackface.
why I did that.
Blackface Arcticle
Yeah.
for representing him. Who's it?
I
One
feel
thing I
like
wanted to ask you was, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like I look like a demon because like the eyes are just like pure white. Boo, hello.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know what you mean, like the demon white eyes. But
Hmm.
I wanted to ask you another thing. Like, I think you mentioned it to me. Who did you trade the fairy from, by the way? This is an interesting little
Oh,
meme.
Stardust.
Yep,
Oh,
you guys
Stardust.
know
Yeah.
Stardust.
Yeah,
That's a
it's really
funny one.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's some things I want to talk about that because like
Mhm.
some stuff happened. I swear I was gonna get scammed. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah, definitely we can
Yeah.
discuss that in a sec. Another thing I wanted to ask is sort of like your content. I think I should have asked that further on in the beginning, but we're not too far in. Right,
Uh,
so what sort of like videos do you make? Because okay, first of all, you make videos and streams, right?
hmm
Which ones would
that's
you
exactly
say
what I
like
do.
you primarily do more often, or are you just like split right in between?
I'm kind of split because like
Mm.
I recently just got my Mac back, so I'm just in for the videos now. I had
Yeah.
to stream a lot because my computer was so loud, and if
Mm.
you can hear, I'm sorry, it's like
No,
an
it's good. I can't hear
actual
anything.
jet.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
it's
know you
actually
want. You
much
mean when
louder
I
than
bought
some
like
places.
my computer, I had this rattling hard drive. Like nothing was wrong with it. It was just like screwed in wrong or something, and it just kept rattling, and I had to give it back and repair it. But yeah, it was so annoying.
That'll get you.
But yeah,
Oh
so
my
the
gosh.
AJ streams and the AJ videos. You said you sort of like both, right? You love doing both.
Yeah,
Is there anyone
definitely.
that you enjoy like more in particular?
Well, I dreams because I get to interact with my viewers
Yeah, streams are
through like
definitely like
uh
more.
I
I don't
think
know
you've
how to
seen them,
say it.
right?
Yeah, yeah, I go to your streams quite often. That's how I actually found out about you. Cause okay, fun fact, I was
Oh,
like
that's
scrolling
crazy.
through random just sort of channels. I don't know what I was doing. I think it was like 3 in the morning. Must have been.
Wow,
And
okay.
then and then I come across
Oh
like
my gosh.
your channel, and the thing that got me was like, first of all, I see it because you've got like this really professional setup, right? You use Streamlabs OBS.
That's correct.
Yeah, so I looked at like I wouldn't say thumbnail. It was like the sort of like preview that pops up on
Mhm,
YouTube that
mhm,
shows you a bit of a
right.
stream. So I was like, oh, this looks interesting. So I sort of clicked on it, and it reminded me of like professional like actual Twitch streamers. And then I
Right,
like
right, right.
start hearing it because obviously I didn't hear it in a little preview section. And it sounded like really entertaining, like sort of interacting with your fans loads and actually making your stream fun. Which is like,
Yeah,
this
like
is
that
one
I
thing I
really
need to
love
ask you
that.
about, like, how do you make streams fun? Because I did a stream yesterday, I was just like, oh
Well,
my god, pure cringe.
Well, the thing is, like, it took a while for me to get
Mm,
used to the microphone. And, I'm just in general, like, I grew up around like a really like I had because my parents are divorced and stuff like that,
mm,
so I had to like live with my grandparents, and like they made me extremely like funny and whatever. So
mm.
like really, what I'd say for you is just like just be yourself and just
Yeah.
be like just say outrageous things that
Oh
are
God, I don't
like
know if that's good advice for me,
we're just like
especially.
yeah, okay, yeah, maybe that's not okay, but like just like no, for me, like I can just talk all day. I've
Yeah.
learned to just talk and say
Mhm.
whatever I'm thinking, to just
Yeah.
say things. Like I think like you never want to
Yeah, I
leave
know we've
gaps when
like
you
only
make
just like gotten to know each other,
streams.
but it's really like fun, I guess, talking like anytime we call and stuff like that because you're always like, really open and talkative, I guess.
Yeah, because
Talkative, I
I
don't know if
always have
that's the
something
word.
like I always have something to say. Like I
Yeah.
make that like a priority. Like so I'm
Mhm.
not boring and so I'm not shy.
Yeah.
So I just say things, and like you just try to be hype. Like I like it's so hype. Like people mistake me for Wisteria Moon quite
Oh my
often,
God,
to
yeah,
be
I was
honest.
gonna
And
ask you about that. So when I first went to your streams, like you, or even one of your videos, when I clicked on it, you sound a lot like Wisteria, like Mia.
oh,
Do you put on
that's
like an
weird. I can't even
accent?
do the impression.
Yeah, do you put on like an accent intentionally, or is that like unintentional that you do it?
Oh no, it's unintentional because
Oh
like the thing
Jesus.
is, I
Mm,
I listen to people like all the time. Like I call my friends all the
yeah.
time, and like their accents have rubbed off on me.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like I have this weird, I don't know, style of speaking, and I just
Yeah, I know
sound
what you mean.
so like. And I can do the impression for
Yeah,
you if
do
you'd
it,
like.
do it.
It's
Go
like,
ahead.
okay, excuse me, hold on. Hey guys, it's Wisteria Moon here
That is
answering.
scary how accurate that is. I actually feel like I'm not even. I actually feel like I'm talking to a fake person. It's actually Wisteria. I'm
Oh my
scared.
gosh,
I'm
people.
scared.
Someone's someone told me that like they were like, "Oh my gosh, Vallkyriie, are you using a like voice changer? Like, what are you doing?" I'm
Voice
like, "No,
change.
I promise you."
Yeah, you
No, I
sound
swear to
really,
you,
really
this is
similar to. Are you from like the same area?
that's
Like,
so
I'm
weird.
not sure. You're both from the
I have
US,
no
right? So.
clue. Yeah, I have no clue,
Hmm.
honestly. But like, I don't sound southern. I don't have that southern twang, so I'm just
Yeah.
like,
You know what I
yeah,
mean.
different. That's okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But anyway, more about your
Howdy,
streams.
y'all.
More about your streams. Like, what do you Because I know you like sort of do your mini games, right? So you have your whole den set
Yeah.
up, and you have like these various mini games around your things. So can you tell us
Yeah, yeah,
about
yeah.
those? Like you've got many,
All
haven't
right,
you?
so yeah, I stayed up until 12 o'clock planning these mini games. Like, no, I'm not even kidding. Like, you can tell my friend about this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Cupid Rose, hello if you're there. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Uh, like we were planning stuff or whatever, and I just wrote down rules, and I was like, oh, that'd be fun if I just make like, for example, I have one called Pick Your Poison, which is
Mm-hmm.
really popular. It's where you have these items set up in your den and like a little part of your den, and then you put items around, and people have to dress up like that. So let's say that there's claw machine and a mat,
Mm-hmm.
or like a pet ladybug, and you want to dress up as the pet ladybug. So you dress up like that item, and then if you dress most like it, it doesn't matter if you're rare or not, it doesn't even matter what the animal is, but as long as you dress up like that item, then you get a spin. Which, by the way, spins are like what Animal Jam does on their streams, which is like you just spin the wheel, and then
Yeah.
there's like it makes it a whole lot easier
Mm-hmm.
because a I get a lot of stuff from people,
Yeah,
and b I don't have
that's
to
one
think
thing I
about
wanted
it.
to like
I
ask
just
you
go.
about. People tell me all the time about the spins because I do giveaways on my streams as well. But
Yeah.
what I do is I do it so unprofessionally. It's not really fair for people that lag or something that have like lower NPCs because I just put like a spike on my traders and I'm like, okay, someone trade me a necklace, you can have it. Because I can
Yeah.
never like do the
Um,
wheel because you have to set it up with every individual person, right? Or can you do like a
Yeah,
bot
so
one?
there's an easy way to do that.
Oh
So
right.
what you do is you like I do this all the time. So I
Mhm.
had the system down. Literally, you get your mods to like filter it so you can see who's got double usernames and who doesn't or whatever.
Mhm.
Cuz literally all you do is you say place your usernames once under this line, and then like they'll
Mm.
all place your username once, and then your mods go through and pick the ones that are doubled
Oh,
so
I
that
get
you
you.
just go through and pick the single ones. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, it sounds like you've
But
got
it's
a
a
really
whole
good
lot easier.
setup. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, you do the sort of mini games and you're really like interactive during like your streams. What about
Yeah.
sort of your videos?
Yeah.
Because you have like some really good ideas, especially your recent video. I want to talk about that. It was like really good, like both with the editing and the
Oh,
like
yeah.
point. And I loved like the bingo thing. So could you tell us about your recent one?
Yeah, okay, so I made this like joke that people
Which, by the
basically
way, I'm
I don't
suing you for
know.
that video for including me.
Don't you dare. Don't do it. Don't do it, please. Oh no. Does the sad, commits hand in blender. But like um well, like that video like it's just like I was making fun of people who have Arctic Wolf main looks, which I got roasted, by the way, because people are like, Vallkyriie, honey, you literally have Arctic
Yeah.
Wolf as your
Oh
main
my
look,
god,
so you
Vallkyriie
can't
is such a
talk.
hypocrite.
But I even zoomed in on myself on that video,
Yeah.
like, hey, like, come on now, like, do you
Mhm.
not see? Are you blind? But like, yeah, I was making fun of the fact that Arctic Wolves are used a lot during the, in the Animal Jam community. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just do that. But then the board itself, like a bingo board, you guys all know how that works. It's like,
Yeah, you have this really good idea
I-
where you basically just like made a bingo board. I think people do them on Instagram a lot, like just like AJ ones sort of. Or it's like,
Yeah.
so, yeah, but you had this idea of like putting like traits or just what you're hoping to find, like when you go on, right?
yeah,
That looks the
yeah,
video.
yeah.
It's a really
I
good
did that
idea.
beforehand.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
And it's like kicked off too a little bit. I'm just shocked at how many views it's got right now. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, you're doing really
Not
good
to
in it.
flex
I'm
or
gonna
anything,
link your
but
channel
it's
and
just very
stuff in the
curious.
description, by the way, if anybody wants to check his videos or go into your streams.
You definitely should,
Yeah.
guys. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Like, you're honestly... Okay, so I plug everybody that, I've had on my podcast, but you're definitely, like, one of the actual content creators from AJ. Well, most of the people I've had on don't really do AJ content that much anymore. Like, they're mostly just on,
Really? Oh,
on
man.
Instagram, stuff like that. It's really sad. All my friends are leaving me. But,
Oh,
yeah,
no, I won't leave you.
good.
I love
Anyway,
so much. Oh, my
yeah,
God.
so, like... You're one of the people that is genuinely, like, in my opinion, making, like, really high-quality content still. You know what I mean? And, like, consistently, too.
Thank you.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the next question? Jesus. What are some of your, like, friends in the community? Sorry, I'm really unorganized. I've
Okay.
woken up so late today.
It's okay. Most of my friends, the ones that I talk about a lot, at least that are in my streams or whatever, I met most of them on different games, actually.
Oh, right. That's cool.
Yeah, so Zofreni, you guys know who Zobit is. I met him from wanting to design my game that I've been working on. I met Tommy, which is IJCat. I met him on my stream. One of the streams I did when I had 300 subscribers. I know that for a fact because he joined, and then I was like, oh, I'll be friends with you. And then the Jamal Mama, if you know who that is, yep, met her on stream as well. And Evan, which is
yeah, I know Evan. I know Evan.
No. Yeah, appreciated. I met him on stream as well, which is pretty lit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just meet all my friends through my.
Are there any like popular jammers that you're fans of? I know you mentioned like you obviously think you sound similar to Wisteria, and you've been talking to Wisteria a lot, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Is she subscribed to? I know she follows you. Is she subscribed to as well?
She might be. I know Shop King is subscribed to me for sure, though.
Jesus.
I know that for a fact. You guys can all check. I'm serious. I know how you feel about that.
I can just imagine Shopkin rocking up to one of your streams this one time, and I'm there like,
he did.
Hey Shopkin, how you doing? Did I tell you he blocked me on AJ? I found that so petty.
Gosh.
I know. I was like, wow, on AJ, really? I'm so sad now.
I'll have to ask my
sad
friend
hours.
to get him to unblock you.
Yeah.
Gosh. Because my friends are really good friends with Shop King, which is ridiculous. Yeah.
But yeah, Wisteria, you were in talks with her recently as well, like doing some sort of collaborative video project, right?
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
We're supposed to keep this a secret.
Oh, right, my bad. Exposing all.
Yeah, it's... Shh. Keep that a secret. No one's supposed to know about that yet.
But yeah, I was so confused because, you came to my like stream yesterday. I did like a long stream. But towards the end where I was literally like dying and just falling asleep with like my IRL friend as well, because I made him stay up. Like I randomly just see Wisteria in my chat and I'm like, wait, what?
I saw just the way you reacted was like,
no, like,
great.
I clicked on the channel to see,
like,
to make sure, because I was so confused. I was like, why would Wisteria come to my stream? What? But yeah, more about like the accent, because you obviously sound really similar to her. Do you get triggered when people like say you sound similar to her?
Oh my gosh, yes, it's ridiculous. I've gotten so many like hate emails and like hate spam like all the time.
Yeah, because I assume people probably think you're doing it like intentionally, like, oh wow, you're just trying to copy Wisteria or something. Wow.
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Like
literally, I'll tell you, like I'll get comments every once in a while and be like, "Are you Wisteria's sister? Stop impersonating Wisteria. You're so unoriginal. Can you stop being like this way?"
Damn.
Like, oh my gosh, I'm like, or like they'll be like, "Get a heckin' life." I'm like, oh my god, excuse me.
That is really overbroad.
Sounding like somebody else, which is great. Yeah. I've gotten so like self-conscious about my own voice. I've wanted to like intentionally talk higher, just like this, so I'm just more annoying.
Please don't know. But no, I think like you really shouldn't listen to that. Like your content is very different. Like you produce your own, original stuff, and
yeah.
should be okay with it. What do you think of the game's current state right now?
Well,
Because we've
I
obviously
think
like
that
experienced how it's been through, right? The different stages, and what do you
right,
think of the current
yeah,
state?
yeah. Well, in my opinion, I believe that Animal Jam in the community wise is dying only because
Yeah,
the younger kids aren't taking advantage of just what they can do. So
yeah,
it's mostly just the older people that have been there since, 2010,
yep.
2013
The
people
OG jammers.
who are dying out. Yeah. And so I
Mm,
think that Animal Jam isn't dying in the sense that like the game is still up and running. We've got Play Wild now. It's just
yeah.
like there's just not a lot of updates on Animal Jam, which is okay because it makes sense because of the uh, it is an older
Mm.
platform. It is Flash
Do you
based,
do you
and
make
Flash is dying out.
update videos? I just wanted to ask you about that.
I don't do
Yeah,
that actually because
that's good because I found it like so
yeah,
hard for like especially people that do regular uploads, like for example daily uploads, like for example making
yeah.
these the weekly update videos, like they really don't perform well. And I found that like when people do play them, they're like, oh hey guys, so this is new. Oh wait, nothing's new. It's literally just like a re-release of an
Yeah,
animal, and that's like a shame because those videos don't perform that well anymore and aren't that fun.
yeah, and I think Play Wild is really up to a good start. I can say that
Mm.
for right now. Like I used to think, oh man, Play Wild's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Okay,
can
so
say
I've
that
got
people might
like
disagree with me,
one
but
good point about it and one bad point about it. Like a good thing is like how they brought it over to Steam, so now people on PC can play as well. I think that's really great. Like obviously it was designed to be a
yeah,
mobile game, but like it's great that they employed over to Steam because now everybody can play. But one
yeah.
bad thing, I sort of wanted to make a video on this like top secret stuff, but it's one really small function, but it's sort of been bugging me because I know you're a game designer too, so you may know about this, how like mobile
Yeah.
apps work. So first Play Wild
Hmm.
started off like without any ads whatsoever, which was good because like kids may click on
Oh
the ads and
yeah.
like, go onto some sketchy stuff. I know obviously most of the ads are secure and stuff, but yeah. So the fact that they added ads, like this little chest where you like sort of get an item or whatever for watching an ad,
Right.
in my opinion, that was like one big oof. Like I was like, I'm not sure if the game's doing so well if they've gone to a point where they need to add ads into the game. And I know it's like optional, you can I think even turn it off in the settings or whatever, but it's just a bit like, I was confused as to why they would add that.
I Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking that Animal Jam's going down on a slope there because
Yeah.
first off, Nat Geo doesn't support them anymore.
Exactly,
So
yeah,
that
that's
was
one thing I
when that
was
happened. Yeah, that's what's worrying me.
yeah,
But I don't think that anything's gonna happen
they
though.
definitely got a lot of funding and like in general just a good partnership with them. But now that that's ended, I think they definitely need like, more a means of revenue, I guess.
Yeah, and I don't think I think Playworld's doing very well
Yeah.
because people still play. If you go on there, people are playing it all the
Mm-hmm.
time, and I feel like the community feels nicer there too.
Mm.
It feels like the old days, like on
Yeah, I know
Animal
what you
Jam, where
mean.
people don't really like. Okay, yeah, people care about rares, all right, I get
Yeah.
that, but they don't like really go after the rares, like because
Mm-hmm.
it's all still new, because they're like items that people really don't prefer on Animal Jam, but they are
Mm.
somehow rare on the other game, and it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah, I know
so
what you
things
mean.
seems fine there, and you can't find glitched items on Play Wild, I think, because
Yeah.
it's like there's no way of
I
doing that
remember when
because
I
it's
first
just
started in the beta, this was a bit of a sketchy thing, but it didn't count as scamming or anything, I guess. People used to do this thing where you would be able to change your phone date to like a future date. And you could buy the
oh
items from the
gosh.
future. I used to do that all the time and like give them to friends
Oh,
and things like
what a
that.
scammer. Dang.
It was just so
You're a
fun to do because you
terrible
could get to the
hacker.
items. Yeah, hacker level 9,000 right there. But yeah, I remember
You're
when the
so
patch there
bad.
was like so sad. Because it
Oh my
also got
gosh.
me like that's how I found out that like spikes were coming into like the
Mm,
shops because you could like sort of preview them. Like you couldn't get them just yet, but you could preview them, which is really cool. But yeah,
yeah.
I
I
just
still
remember
want to
that was like
challenge
a
you
fun
to
thing. Hmm?
yeah. I still want to challenge you to that game of
Oh
Logjammer,
yeah,
by
we
the
need.
way.
Okay, I've never played that minigame, so I'll probably be terrible at it. But yeah, we definitely need to play. Hey, I'll
Okay,
clap
okay.
you just like in Gembreaker.
Oh, you want to go? You want to? Okay, you know what? Okay, Patch, honey, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get you. Don't worry, don't you worry. I'm so competitive, and like, you're lucky
Yeah.
that I was like tired as heck. So
Okay, so
you shush
for
right
those
now.
people that didn't come to the stream, I might post a stream highlight of that actually, because I'm pretty proud of that.
Oh gosh.
I beat
No, you
Vallkyriie
better
and Gembreaker. It's like this. It's basically Candy Crush. If any of you guys have played those, like where you throw the little balls. I Okay,
not.
so I hated those games as well. So when I clicked on, it, I was like, oh no, not this shit. I was like, oh. But yeah, I won, so that was pretty cool. And I also oh my god, I 1v1'd with Stereo in like 2 games. So okay, the first one went really well. We did that Connect 4 game. I don't know what it's called. Jesus.
4Gem? 4Gem. How
Yeah,
long have you been
that.
playing this game for?
Guys, I'm a pro Animal Jam. Okay, I've played since 2010. I know all the names of the games. But yeah, we played that, and I feel like Wisteria just gave up and let me win because it was like 5 for me. I don't get how I won, but yeah, I won at 4Gem. But then we played Scooped, and
You suck at Scooped, by the way. I could roast you on Scooped.
did you? Okay, did you see how slow my PC was running? It was running at like half a frame per second. It was so bad. Jesus, I got clapped on that. Playing my PC.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no. I definitely think more minigames should be added as well. It's really fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I remember the time they added the eagle one, like the Flappy Bird one, because...
Oh my gosh,
okay, so people were memeing that, but it was like a really good addition because at that time, like, Flappy Bird was really popular. So it was like cool that they added that, you know, that eagle game.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely 1v1, yeah.
They should add Minecraft. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, we need to play, like, I think we said games that we play, like, together, Minecraft and, like, Overwatch. You've been playing Overwatch, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I want to get back into Overwatch so bad, yeah.
I'm so bad. I'm so bad now. Oh my gosh. So I had this thing, right? So I used to play Widow, and like I was a good Widow, and then I was like sniping people all the time.
What was this on, PC or console?
PC.
Oh right, yeah, you must have had really good aim then with Widow.
Yeah, and then I quit for a while, and like I have some highlights I can show you later. It's actually really hilarious. And then I played Diva, and then I lost my Widow skills. And then as I come back to Overwatch like a year later, I like suck at Diva, but I can play Widow again. I'm like, how? Come on now.
Yeah, I still love Diva. I sort of aim main Diva for quite a while, but I'm more of like Orisa now.
Oh my gosh,
Orisa's like
great.
literally my favorite. Especially so like now after all these buffs, I've been hearing about all the buffs she's been getting. But I used to play like the OG Orisa when she was like, I guess considered bad, but I was still really good with her then. But yeah, it's just fun. I need to definitely get back into it.
You should play Paladins, by the way.
Isn't that like Walmart Overwatch?
No, it's so good, I swear. I love Paladins.
I played it like once and I was just like, yeah, that's Walmart Overwatch.
No, you're gonna play Paladins with me.
Alright, we'll do. Right, so we sort of talked about the current state of the game. How was AJ when you started? Like, because you started fairly, you know, early on. So how was it?
Yeah. Well, it was great. Like, honestly, it was so good because, you know, there was just a lot of things people just did that they don't do now, which is back then, Eagle Adventure did not exist. So think of it this way. So everything that you see now, so we've got those, like, I guess headdresses, spikes, because those things were only worn by the rare
items, as well as like things like parties, adventures. There's just been so much like, you know, that we didn't have before then, so it was like so boring.
Yeah, so and the diamond shop didn't even exist for the longest time, and it was like 2014 or something like that. But anyway, I just remember like I was actually one of the few people that had a headdress back then. It's just actually an interesting story.
So you know in 2013, I can't quite remember then, but I remember like when I started, I got one fairly easily for like a spike or something because they were literally worth so little back then. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did they go up like fairly fast when you get one?
Well, I didn't get one of those rare spikes. There's just no way I could. You know what I mean? Because it was like those the rare like the famous jammers back then. Like if you guys remember, do you remember Grim 5 and like Slushy?
Yeah, I remember
stuff like that.
Okay, so I don't know if you know this, I was really good friends with Slushy. We actually
told me that.
Yeah, I've known her since about I want to say 2012, 2013. Through like because I started out in not through Instagram actually. Instagram's like where I grew the most, I guess, but like Animal Jam Facebook groups. I know it's sort of like cringe now, but before they were so popular, there was so many members in them. And yeah, like sort of the largest one, that's how I met like Slushy, and we sort of, you know, got talking and got to know her. And yeah, Slushy's great. Really great. One of the best jammers in my opinion, but yeah, I remember.
Sorry if you just heard that garage door, by the way.
No, it's all good, I can't hear anything.
Oh my gosh, really? Okay, because it's just like, oh, it's probably gonna get louder to be honest. Anyway, but there was like Grim 5, Slushy, I guess like just like Animal Jammer 330, you know, Lauren. Like,
yeah, Lauren. Yeah, I should talk about it. Lauren. She was great.
Twinkle 0122, Wisteria, Julian too, and like all those people. And
Have you? Do you
Uh,
know what's happened to Twinkle? By the way, I'm not sure if you watched my video on it, but do you know what's happened with
I like.
Twinkle?
I half watched your video. Don't sue me.
But yeah,
Sorry.
Twinkle's just toy review channel now,
She's
which
been-
is great.
you mean lilac petal?
Wait, did I say Twinkle?
You just said yes.
Oh Jesus, I got those two mixed up.
Oh my god, I remember lilac. Oh my gosh, it's the
Yeah,
best.
I
But
meant
like, okay,
lilac.
the
Sorry.
thing
Yeah, Twinkle does
I think
like
she
crying
sold her
videos now.
channel.
I think I don't know.
Oh,
Shade. Sorry.
I think she sold her channel actually. You
Yeah, a
know what I
lot of
mean?
people were saying that she sold it. That was like a thing that I sort of talked about in the video. But in the comments, she was replying as if it's still her. Like, to fans that were saying, "Hey, Lilac." I was about to say Twinkle again. Jesus, I don't know why I got those two mixed up together. Hey, Lilac, I love that you're back now. Doing what you're doing. And she's like, "Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is what I like doing now. Haha." Or whatever. Like some of the replies
It's
were
probably
like that,
because
and it's like weird.
she told
Maybe
the
she's
person
trying to
to.
mask
You
it.
know what I
Yeah,
mean? I
I'd
think
see.
she's just trying to. I don't know, told the person she sold it to that she was Lilac Petal and that she was known on this game,
Yeah.
so that they knew if they replied to her, quote unquote, then it
Yeah,
would be
to
like a
reply
cover
as
up.
that.
I don't know.
It makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What makes you stay and play the game or like stay in the community? This is a deep one. But
Oh, oh
I
wow.
know you
Okay.
obviously like sort of like myself are like obviously a YouTuber slash streamer and you have like people that you care about as well, but like what really makes you stay
Yeah.
in the game, I guess?
I just I just okay, it's like one of those games you start when you're little and you just can't stop playing it.
Yeah, I
You know
know
what
what
I
you
mean?
mean.
Animal Jam is that game for
I
me. I
guess
love meeting new people.
it's not really
It's just how
like
it
that
is.
compared, but I would sort of compare it to Minecraft in a way. How like you can enjoy it when you're really
Oh.
young, but then like you come back to a couple of years and it's still like enjoyable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's kind of like how I went down this rabbit hole of playing Banjo and Kazooie for like the longest time. I don't know if
I've
you know
heard
what that
about
is.
I've heard about that game. I'm really like it's quite an old game, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, I love that game so much.
Mm.
It is. It's like Nintendo 64, like
Oh
old stuff.
right. I've got like
Yeah.
a bunch of like I'm mostly interested in like handheld old consoles. Like I've got a
Yeah.
DS, a DS Lite,
Oh, I
like
have a DS too.
Game Boys Advanced, that
Yes.
sort of stuff.
Oh my gosh,
But yeah,
yes.
I wasn't really that much into like NES stuff like that. GameCube. Like I never really played those, but they had some
How
really good
dare
games on
you?
them. I know I really need to buy one.
Jeez, I'm disappointed in you, just saying.
What's your like favorite console that you've played?
Aw,
Are you more of
man.
like a PC master race?
Yeah, well, it kind of depends. Like
Mm,
for consoles, like it was always Nintendo 64, it was always Banjo Kazooie, it was
mm.
always Banjo and Tootie, and like on PC, it's Skyrim. Skyrim is like a very big part of
I
my
really
life,
want to
and I
play
just
that.
uninstalled it. Yeah, I just uninstalled it because I need space to play Paladins, so on Overwatch. So
Jesus, you should uninstall
I
Paladins.
uninstalled.
Uninstall Paladins and get Skyrim.
No. I had to uninstall
Oh
like
Jesus, sorry
Nexus,
about
which
that.
is
That was
like
so unprofessional. Messenger,
oh my
Jesus.
gosh, wow. Good job.
Ruined.
Anyway, I had to uninstall 26 gigabytes worth of mods for Skyrim, and that was just for Skyrim, and I just had to uninstall Skyrim too. So I was
Mm.
like, okay, well, and 26 gigabytes is about 150 mods, so that's pretty great.
Mm. And you meant, yeah,
I don't
what
play that
other,
much.
how many mods did you have on Skyrim? Because, like, for those of you who don't know, mods, like, sort of alter the game, right? I guess.
Yeah, modifications. I had
Mm-hmm.
150, which made my game look actually
Jesus.
beautiful. I'll have to show you some of the pictures I have of
Yeah.
Skyrim because it looks so good.
Mm.
Like it's so godly. It's like next gen. Oh my gosh, 4K.
This one thing I wanted to ask you about, because you're, like, sort of a game designer, I guess, so you would know about that. Obviously, AJ probably wouldn't add this at this stage if they haven't added it for so long. Do you think, like, sort of texture packs or mods on AJ would be a really great addition? They probably won't definitely
No.
add it to AJ, but I'm thinking Feral when they do release that. What's your opinion?
Yeah, it won't work for the reason why it doesn't work for Animal Jam is because
Mm,
they'd have to release their overlays and all of their textures. Overlays are what you
mm,
see when you open the game. It's like the
yeah.
profile and everything like
And they could
that. It's like
potentially
a
like leak their files or stuff like that because there's obviously already people that like can leak stuff from their files. So it'll probably like
yeah, and so
release a lot of stuff.
you also that means you'd also have access to the name of that file. So for example, if you were to access the overlay, it'd be like animal AJ overlay dot PNG because it has to be transparent.
Mm.
So that means they would give people more information about the game, which could potentially be terrible
Yeah.
for everyone's security information and everything like that.
Mm.
So they shouldn't do that. But the thing they could do would be to they could maybe make these folders or something like that that's like zipped and you can't open them. You just like
Yeah.
switch them out. It shows you like previews of what it
Yeah,
would look
drag
like.
in and
So if
drag
you
out.
overlay to be so it's kind of like how mods work on other games.
Mhm.
Sometimes you just like it gives you like a selection of what these would look like with their own unique extension.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like how like the masterpieces have like .aj art or something like that. You can't open that. Like
Mm.
you even if you change the file extension, you can't open that. So I think that because they encrypted and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
they'd probably have to do that for Animal Jam if they want to
Mhm.
have modded stuff. I don't know, which they won't, by the way. So
Yeah,
there's
but
just no way they
definitely,
can.
they definitely won't. This is sort of a dark alley question. Do you ever see
Oh, God.
yourself quitting? I know you mentioned like you're really enjoying the game and you're obviously producing really good content for it so far, but do you ever
Stop
see
that.
yourself quitting, like either due to not like enjoying the game or something, or just like wanting to move on, like most of the popular jammers have so far?
Well, I quit like a year ago, right?
Mm.
Because under that old username
Yeah.
first, and then I came back because I realized something.
Did you have like
know?
sort of a break or?
Yeah, I did, and then I
Mhm.
realized that the community is only going to get worse if we don't do something about it. So my goal is to make content that's fun, and
I see where this
want
is
to make-
going. You were probably like, "Oh
Yeah, and
Jesus, PatchTheAlpha starting YouTube. The community can only get worse. We need a good YouTuber." But you just
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. No, I'm sorry. Don't hate me, please. I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean like that. I didn't mean like that. I swear. But like, I feel so bad. Like, oh my God.
no, don't worry.
But like, you're not a bad YouTuber, but like, you're probably getting worse. And I'm just. But like, come on now. You gotta admit, like, the YouTubers are dying.
Yeah.
Gotta have some more life. All right.
It's really
That's when I
like
come in, zoom in and slide into the DMs. How's it going? It's Vallkyriie.
it's really hard to like, I guess make good content for the game in a way for most people now, and it's just hard to enjoy like the game and the community in general. Because now it's sort of
Yeah.
like more of older, more like hardcore players that are only in it for like either money or to actually, for an actual valid reason, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's sort of hard to, I guess,
That's not right.
both compete if you want to be a content creator and if you just want to be an, like, normal player.
Yeah. I think it's kind of easy to make ideas, like just have ideas for videos.
Yeah,
It's just
definitely.
like the thing about me is like I don't know how to like execute them. Like I have all these good ideas, but then it's like, how am I supposed to do this?
I guess just
Oh,
talk
gosh.
through it, like what you plan on doing, and then like sort of editing. The editing always helps as well, sort of bring it all together. You know what I mean? Like you're great at editing,
Yeah.
by the way. I think I sort of asked you already, but what do you use to edit?
I use this is funny. I use iMovie.
All right.
Yeah, and then I also use Sony Vegas Pro 15 as well. It depends on the situation, but I use those two programs.
I use like this
I actually have
free,
a
really
correct view
crappy
version.
software. It's called Shotco. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. And sometimes it
pretty
like
hot.
starts really lagging out, and it's terrible. I think I need to
Actually, it's
switch soon, but
Vegas.
it's so expensive, isn't it?
Dude, I have a cracked version. You want it?
Well, there we have it. Vallkyrie's, hacker. Yeah, no, I'll definitely be interested in like looking for that, because like once I tried downloading like something for free and it sort of didn't go well. But yeah,
Don't worry. I know all of the, routes. Man, it makes you sound really bad. Don't report
really
me, please.
sketchy. No, don't worry, no, it's fine. But
Oh
yeah,
my
I'll
gosh.
definitely like
What's
know how
wrong with
to
me?
do that, because my editing, like I sort of, especially for my longer videos, because I know, how often do you upload, by the way? That's sort of one thing. I know like a
Twice a
general
week.
idea. Twice a week. Okay, so I do
Yeah.
like once a week, which I know is a
Yeah,
bit bad,
I mean,
but
it
like,
makes up for it, though,
yeah,
'cause
most of my
videos.
uploads are like at least, I think, 20 minutes long nowadays especially.
I have a tip for you.
Mm.
I have a tip for you to make those a lot better.
Mm.
Okay, so literally, all you gotta do is cut out all the times you breathe, so people don't think you breathe. I do that, so it's like just me.
Just quick
talking, no
jump cuts.
breathing. Yeah,
Oh
no
my god.
breathing. That's it.
Mm.
And then you literally cut down like 5 minutes of your
Yeah.
video. Not even
But
kidding.
so like for mine, I know it's like sort of a longer process because I like first I've got to do a lot of research because you know the sort of videos I do, like when I talk about people, I need to do a lot of research
Yeah.
for that to make sure I've got everything right. Then I do the
It's
scripting.
ridiculous.
Then I do the recording myself, read the script. Then I do the background gameplay recording, and then the editing, which takes the longest because my software always crashes, and I'm really bad at editing, honestly. So yeah, it's like
I
really,
can help you. I
it's
got
just
you.
so like messy. I guess I don't know. It like takes me a while. I really think it shouldn't take me that much effort. I think one thing I'm
No,
doing
no,
as
no,
well
no.
is like thinking too much about it because I know earlier when I sort of like still had college and stuff, I would like go back home, make a video, edit it, and post it the same day somehow. And I'm really not sure. I don't know. Maybe it's because recently it's been like really, really unbearably warm here, and I'm just sort of like not unmotivated, but like sort of just really tired. I guess I don't
Dying.
know. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
because somebody's been staying up until 5 a.m. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel so bad when people like view the time, like the the time on your PC on the bottom right when I stream.
Mm-hmm.
It's like so bad. People just go into my stream and be like, "Oh, so is it 5 in the afternoon for you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Oh
Oh,
yeah.
you're worse than my friend, to be honest. So Frenia like has the worst sleep schedule.
Mm,
He sleeps in the day and then is like awake all night.
yeah. The thing is, I feel like I'm being too like toxic, not like bad toxic, but like toxic towards my friends as well because I make them stay up with me. I'm like, "Oh, come on, let's play some Fortnite."
You're
And
more
like
than toxic. I'm joking.
they stay up too, and I just feel so bad after. But yeah,
Oh god.
I sort of try and like soy out so I can like make more videos. But yeah, so your videos like sort of what's your process for making one? I guess because you mentioned that the ideas isn't really a problem for you, is it? Like it's not for me either. I would say. But yeah, what do you like
Well,
sort of work on?
well, I kind of like I think about it. Like takes
Mm-hmm.
me like I don't know, takes me like a week to kind of figure out what I want to do because then I have like a calendar and I plan stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then I once I get the idea, I'm like, oh, let's do it right now. So I go home and I just record everything, and I don't script, just nothing. It's just full out me being absolutely ridiculous. And then after I'm done, I shove it into iMovie,
Yeah.
take out all the stuff where I breathe, and if I say something really stupid, I cut that out too.
Can't relate.
Yeah, I say a lot of stupid stuff,
Mhm.
I say, and so I cut that all out. It takes off like 5 minutes of my video, and then I upload it, and bam,
Mhm.
easy clap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not hard at all. I just I just nonstop like speak, and like the worst thing
Yeah.
is like I like talk for a while without breathing, so then I take a really huge breath and I'm like, oh my god, I have to breathe. I do that a lot. Like I just speak like really
Yeah.
fast. The reason why I do that, as I learned, because I didn't want to have to like cut out all the times I breathe because that'd be really bad. So I intentionally speak a lot
Yeah, I know
so
what you
that
mean, yeah.
there's less time that I have to breathe. So I'm doing that right now, actually, because I can't help it anymore.
Jesus.
I just
You need to be careful, like
It's not-
especially when it's warm, not to like faint or something. Like you'll just be sat there, quickly talking for like 10 minutes, and then you're just like dying.
I really like. Have you not noticed that I do that? Like, I just
No, not
speak without
really.
breathing for like the longest time. Oh my gosh. Okay. Because I also am self-conscious about my breathing too, so I just
Mhm.
make sure I don't breathe for like a minute.
No, right. I feel like one thing I do is like sigh too often, which is a bit like bad, especially when I'm like talking to someone that I like, I'm having a good conversation or something. I'll just like accidentally just sit there and go like, which comes off across so bad. But yeah, it's.
I feel like one of the other things I think is confusing, at least to me, because I just I don't know. But just when you go like I just like I can't like it's Minecraft villager, is that you?
Minecraft villager
But, like,
noises.
But like honestly, when you do that, it like confuses me because I feel like because usually when people
I
make
just
that
did it
noise,
again. No.
when people do that, I feel
Stop,
like they don't
you're
understand what I'm
exposing
saying,
me.
so I feel like I have to repeat it. Yeah, so every time you do that, it makes you feel like, wait, is he understanding what I'm saying? Am I too American? Oh my god, I can't.
Too American? No, don't worry. Oh my god.
Might as well be American. Okay, but like, couldn't
Mm.
actually like. Yes. Have I made you subconscious about it?
Yeah,
again?
I'm gonna need to like
You're welcome.
shut up now. Anyway, so what's your opinion on like, because I know you said you don't really involve yourself, but I'm sure like, I mean, you sort of talk with me, so I'm sure you know a bit of drama. What's your opinion on
Oh my
drama in the
gosh.
community in general?
Needs to stop. That's what I have to say about that. It's time to stop. Okay. But like, I really just come on. Let's be real. Let's have a pep talk, heart to heart. Listen in. All right, fans. Let's go. Does it really matter that this person made you upset and pissed you off? No, it doesn't. They're gonna forget, and you're gonna forget. Honey, it's okay. Don't even worry about it. You know, it'll be fine. You'll be fine in like a year's time. Don't worry about it.
Just year's time.
Really,
just do a year of therapy. You'll be all good.
Rant to your friends. Be like, just call up Patch. Yo, son. Just got some drama for you. Just listen to me here.
Yeah, so I find it good that like if you ever like need to. God, I don't want to talk too much, but yeah, like if you do have a problem with anyone, like you don't go public about it or anything. Like if you need to, just always vent to me, because honestly, I'm like
I've told you.
Yeah.
About some people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I definitely know some. Yeah.
For some nudges out there.
And it's also funny because some of the people like you've mentioned to me, like other people mentioned to me as well. So I'm like, oh, I can tell they're a problem. Yeah.
There are problems, I'm telling you. And there's a bunch of stuff that I know that people just don't know.
Yeah.
Like there's
when you start producing content, you can tell like when people, I guess, what people are really like if they suck up to you or something, how they are around other people that you know, things like that. It's definitely like something that becomes really
cool. Right now, I really do.
I mean,
somebody who does that.
Go ahead if you want to.
But they watch your videos, so I don't know if I really.
No, I don't mind.
Then they'll know that I'm.
That's your opinion. I'm never added any input,
I'm scared. Imagine this person. Oh my
No,
God.
it's all good.
But I'd still do it.
Yeah, but do you think that people like when they really mess up, like really fuck up badly, deserve to be like exposed and like made examples of, so just like other people in the community sort of know what they do? For example, I guess I know this is like a really bland one, but like scammers, like when someone scams,
it depends on the person. Like, all right, let's just say Pari is a scammer.
Mm.
Bro, make that video. But like if it's some random person just like scam somebody, dude, scammers are caught every day. It's just like, why would you do that?
I find it I find it extremely funny, just like how people get really sort of like overhyped about petty drama. Like for example, I know I tell people like, and I want to reinforce this, like if anybody has like any issues or like sees anything wrong happen in the community, like feel free to DM me right away, like spill the tea. But it's also at the same time, like especially recently, I've been getting flooded with like DM messages of like just really stupid shit. Like I don't know how to put it in a nicer way. Do you know what I mean? It's just like these playground arguments with like these kids having with each other. And it's like, hey Patch, I know you expose people. Fluffy Bunny 285 called me a mean word. Can you expose him on your channel? And I'm just sort of like,
it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. I'll tell you that right now. Like it's kind of like for example, like I don't mind this, but like go ahead, do it. I don't really care. Like people walk up to me all the time being like, hey Valk, I just got scammed with my black lung. Mind, nudge nudge, handing me one
I know,
of those
yeah,
really
that's so annoying. It happens on my streams, and I actually sort of, I imagine you probably are really nice to people, but I just sort of drag these people because I know it's like, it's like the first time.
Seem like an.
Is it like the first time they've come to my streams? They've just buddy me, then they go to me and they're like, "Hey Patch, I just got scammed. Can you give me something?" And I'm just like, "Dude, I do giveaways for my fans every single stream. Like if you subscribe to me, you'd know that. I'd give all my stuff away practically." But just maybe don't be a prick and go over to me and consistently follow me and beg me for items, please.
Anyways, and like, hey,
I'm just planning on doing a video one day anyway.
You, by the way.
Oh yeah. I definitely won't recycle that. Wink, wink.
Whoa, you recycle that, and we're gonna have a talk.
No, I definitely plan on doing a video where I recycle spikes, though, like 100 maybe.
Okay. If you do that, then I just want to let you know that the rarity system's gonna go to crap.
What, really? By recycling just like 100?
I feel like it matters. Like people, I feel like if you
yeah, I know what you mean. If people, even if not like the amounts, people will view that video and be like, "Oh, this person made spikes rarer just by doing that."
Yeah, that's why
I see the impact.
I feel like orange lungs got rare for a bit there. I remember like it was like a month ago. Orange lungs got rare.
Why? Who recycled a bunch of them?
What is going on? I don't know, but like my friend Spectral Joy, hey Spec, I just mentioned you. Oh my god. Okay, but like she is a really good trader, and she does this thing where she goes from black lung all the way down to dem betas and trades them back up. She does that thing. It works. You can get 2 black lungs out of doing that because the rarity system's so messed up.
Yeah, that's a really good thing. I mean, in business, like people call it a pyramid scheme. But like,
Yeah.
I know that definitely works, and it's one thing. Like, yeah, people do it with
I've
the
done it
Den-based
twice.
thing. Yeah, it's really good, and people do
Yeah,
it
yeah.
with diamonds now, especially buying a
Really?
spike,
Oh my gosh.
buying a spike for like 250 diamonds or whatever, and then selling it for 500. Then buying 2 spikes again, and it's really really easy to do. It's like a great
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
People don't sell spikes anymore though. I sold
Yeah.
spikes for a while and I got a lot of diamonds.
Just
Can say that
I'm
right now.
just reinforcing, not selling as in for money, just like for diamonds in the in your little diamond shops in your den. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
you
I
just
actually made a video on that, so
mm,
just gonna self-promote.
yeah sure, go view it. But yeah, so we've sort of talked about the drama. Have you had any beef with any people whatsoever? And you don't have to mention specific
No.
usernames if you don't want to, but are there any things that just annoy you about people, or have you had any bad interactions? We can talk
I've
about the
had two bad
Discord
rea-
thing as
two.
well if you'd like to. It's up to you.
I don't want to talk about that just
Yeah,
purely
that's fine.
because then, yeah, that's really bad. I don't
Yeah.
want people to know about that one.
Yeah, it's all good.
That was bad. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, two people in particular. One of them you guys will probably know. I'm gonna just call her by Green Socks Lady. Okay, Green Socks. This person. You know who I'm talking about, Patch? I showed you on Rabbit that one time. The one with the really interesting microphone.
Wait, Green Socks, is she the one that clickbaited the cancer patient for views? Okay, I'm just gonna say a name, sorry. Love with songs?
No. Nope, not that
Oh.
one.
I'm not sure then who
You
you mean.
okay? I really don't. Okay, Nutelli. Okay, there we go. Done. I said it. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah, I remember them.
yeah, so this is funny thing. All
Yeah.
right, let me just tell you about this. I've yet to tell people about this, but here's the
Mm-hmm.
tea, guys. All right. So like a while ago, this is when I was first starting YouTube again.
You were good
Back
friends
on
with him, weren't
first.
you? You told
No,
me.
watch
Oh.
this. So Nutelli, all right. So basically, I remember I was at 300 subscribers, man.
Mm.
300, all right. Maybe like 250, something like that. I was really low, and
Mm.
she had like 5,000
Oh, is it
subscribers, but
the sort of
not too far away
leeching
from
thing you
me.
mentioned?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
remember, yeah.
So she used to go on my streams
Mm-hmm.
and she'd do raids, which is fine, but like you don't want to take people from other people's streams
Yeah, I
because
know
that's
what you
kind of
mean.
wrong.
Like a
Don't do
raid, I
that.
would say what it's made for is like to, if anything, put your viewers into the other person's stream.
Yeah,
You know?
that and she told me that like I said please don't do that, like I don't really want that, and she used to I have like actual footage of this on one of my streams.
Mm.
It's like way back, like way back.
Mm.
I might have put it unlisted because I unlisted a lot of my streams recently, but
Yeah.
it's in one of them, I swear. And she was like, hey, my content's really good, it's better than this, you should probably head on over to my channel, guys. And I had like 10 viewers and
Really?
I was like, dang,
Wow, that is
yeah.
so fucked up. Wait, so she actually said like my content's better, go to mine instead?
Yeah, she
That is
go into my streams
so
while she's streaming.
fucked.
Yeah, and then I remember specifically I was in the treehouse den
Wow.
one day and I was just minding my own business and she walks in and she's got like 20 people in my den and they're
Mm.
like she's raiding me through my stream, and so she's then pulling people from me and shoving them into her
Mm.
stream, and she would have like 20 people or 20 30
Mm.
people in there. And another thing that bothered me was that she would make videos at times that were were a rush for her. Like I remember
Mm.
specifically where she would she had a swim meet, and
Mm.
she had a swim meet in 30 minutes, and so she made a like
Was
5 minute video
did she
before she
sort of
had to leave.
purposely stream at the same time as you?
I don't think so,
Hmm.
but she seemed to stream really often, like more often than I did. Like
Yeah.
times, like even if she had to leave, she'd stream for like 5 minutes and be like, "Bye, guys." And like, if you want to spend your time streaming, stream for like an hour.
Yeah, I
Just spend
know.
an hour and
Just
kind
do
of do
like
it.
a actual, sort of structured stream like you do. You've got
Yeah,
a
like
structure,
I
you've got things to do, I guess, on
yeah,
your
and I
stream and
just
yeah.
really hated that she did that. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand, but she has like 30,000 subscribers just because she like really like pounded those like giveaways and streams all of the
Yeah.
time. And then
Do
now
they
she's
still
dead.
post?
Like
Like, are they still even active? I haven't really
no,
heard of them.
no. They post like once a month now. It's
Oh, right.
ridiculous. And I knew that
That's gonna be my
she
schedule
started
soon.
this thing called like she started like Nutelli for Jambaster and stuff like that. And so like
Wow.
she's really pushing for Jambaster. Like she's really pushing for it too. Like I know that because she's made friends with a lot of YouTubers just so that she gets a one up on everybody.
Have
And
there been
she
in any
just
other
kind of like
drama then,
does
apart
that.
from with you? Like, is this like a recurring
Oh my
thing that
gosh,
we
my
just do?
stomach crumbled.
Huh? Sorry?
My stomach. My stomach just grumbled.
Oh no, I didn't hear it. Don't worry.
Okay, anyway. But like, okay, there's this other drama. I mean, I'm not really a part of it, but it's
Mhm.
kind of like, it's because I'm friends with this person. It's like, oh my gosh.
Mm.
I'm just scared to mention their name because then they'll know that you know about them,
Yeah, no, don't
and
worry.
it's just like, oh, okay, yeah. But I don't like people who leech off me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw some shade first before I say this person's
Mhm.
name. I don't like it when you leech off me, and I don't like it when you're trying to just go to my streams just for clout. Like that's not
Mm.
okay. So you need to stop doing that, Mego. Just saying,
Ooh.
because I really don't like
Um,
that. Because I just
yeah, I know what you
because like
mean.
I remember, yeah, like literally like he was like, hey, you should like call me and we can like stream together.
Mhm.
I'll be there in like 5 minutes, and then he like didn't text me for like 20 minutes. Then I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll just start it. And then he was just there for 5 minutes, and then he had to go, and
Mm.
I was like, he was there, like he literally was like, oh my god, like after I was done, he was like, oh my gosh, did you get anything? I was like, yeah, I got spikes. He's like, oh, I should have been there so I could have gotten spikes with you. Like that would have been so cool.
Wow. Damn.
And he,
Yeah, that's sort of. I know we've
he
talked about it like previous times we've called because like I know we haven't called that many times yet, but when we was calling before, like I was like, oh, especially if you want to become ambassador, you've got to really like watch your back on some people. Like I'm not
yeah, but
mentioning
like
any
I
individuals
really,
in particular, but like people will all the time, especially in this community, like just look for methods that they can gain from you, not just in rares and not
yeah, yeah,
just in
yeah.
views, but in general, just like
He used to ask me for my like furry hat. He was like, "Hey, what for your furry hat? I'll literally
hey, can I
trade
have your
you this like
furry?
head."
Hey, can you give
And
it
I,
to me? Okay,
and I
so
was like,
also
"Dude,
one
this
thing
is
I
my
want to
main
quickly
look."
mention,
Mm.
you sent me your furry hat to wear on stream, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I was. Did you hear my friend in
I
the background
trusted you.
telling me to recycle it?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
He was like, "Ooh,
yeah.
what's that? Why is it magenta? Recycle it."
Oh my
That
gosh!
was
Like,
so funny.
I knew you weren't gonna scam me,
Yeah.
or I knew you weren't gonna do that
The
for my
recycling was
friend A.
tempting
And
though, but yeah, no, I would never scam.
you trash! Oh my god. Okay, next time you let me try on your headdress, I'll be sure to recycle that puppy for you.
That is glued to my head.
Yep.
But yeah,
Oh
more about
gosh,
the sort of the leeching thing you were talking. Sorry, I just disturbed you. I don't know what you were up to.
it's okay. Um, hold on, I like lost my train of thought.
Hmm.
Woo, train just derailed. Like he like I remember like he would ask me for my magenta fur, and I'm like, dude, this is like a part of my main look. He would say, why does it matter? Like, I want it. I was like, what?
So okay,
What?
so is this? I know Mega because they This is sort of why I don't want to get too much involved because I really don't know much on the situation. But like Mego, like
Mm.
I know they regularly watch me, I think, and following
Yeah, I
me.
know they do.
Yeah, but yeah, don't worry, I'm not mad. Like, feel free to express whatever you want. I just was
Okay.
gonna ask about something. Jesus, I forgot. My
Wait, wait,
head
wait,
just.
wait, 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 what?
I was going to ask something, but I forgot. My like brain just froze.
Oh, that's
Oh
great.
right. Do
But
they
like,
make content themselves? Like, are they on
yes,
YouTube or
they
things like that?
make editing
Oh
videos,
yeah. Hmm.
like edit like music videos.
So it's interesting
He's
because
like,
I
I
thought
mean,
they'll know that, like, even if you do give them shouts out and things like that, because I know you're really nice to people and I know you'd, like, want your friends to grow, but they should know that, even if you shout this person out, you obviously have very different types of content and, your viewers may not.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like I just wanted to throw shade there, just because like
Yeah.
I really just like I just couldn't help myself. Like I
Yeah,
just
and I
don't like
know
when
you've
people
been
leech off
triggered
me, and
by
that's a
this
prime
before, yeah.
example. That's
Hmm.
a prime example of just people leeching off me. I've had people leech so many times; it's ridiculous. Like, you
Yeah.
can tell that's what they want. They
Hmm.
want clout. They want your rares, and
Here's
like if
another
they'll
thing.
they'll
I'm
like
not sure
blink
if you probably don't experience this one as much, but yeah, it's obviously the rares, the clout, and things like that. But there's one more thing like people about me really care about, and that's not getting exposed.
Oh my god.
So I literally have
That's
people.
probably
I
what
was
Megan
so
is
tempted
about,
to
like,
post like so many screenshots from people, but I'm not going to until someone pisses me off. But like these people just like really, really, really actively, try to get on my good side. Like to a point where even
aw,
individuals I'm about to content critique like try and become my best friend, which is like just really like
that's
desperate
bad.
and
You
like
don't know who to
yeah,
trust at that point.
yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly. It's
can
really
tell you right now that I told Evan this. I said,
hmm.
"Hey Evan, I'm friends with Patch now," and he's like, "Oh God, you better be careful on this girl." And I was like, "Why? He's
Yeah,
fine."
you've told me
I
that.
was
Oh
like,
my god.
And I was like, yeah, I'll be careful. But he's like, no, seriously, you don't want to be friends with him. And I'm like, why? He's fine. And
Yeah,
he's
I
just like
definitely,
worried
I
about me
understand
getting
why
exposed
people,
for no
yeah.
reason.
Yeah, no, I know
I'm
what you
like,
mean.
oh my gosh, you're definitely a threat.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, yeah. I know what you mean. Which is why I was surprised when I was recently like messaging with like I told you with Stereo. Obviously I don't want to say too much now.
Yeah,
But
she's
yeah.
gonna expose you. It's
But yeah,
Pat.
no, I was sort of talking to her and it was like sort of reassuring because she said oh, first of all I just sort of thought that you want to know that she sort of compared, I don't want to say this because it's gonna sound so bad, but she compared me to a specific jammer that was also involved in drama. She was like, "Oh, I thought you were all like this guy, but I can tell that you obviously passionately make content and whatever." And she said specifically that like, "Oh, you're one of the only like animal jam video creators I watch," and I was like, "Whoa," because I thought like I
That's
obviously know
pretty
some
lit.
people like especially like jam basters would obviously want to dissociate from me, and they also mentioned that like, "Oh, you obviously make videos on all my friends because Mia, she's friends with Peppa, Apari, all that sort of stuff, you know."
Yeah.
So yeah, that must have been quite awkward talking for the first time. But yeah, it was really great
Oh
talking to
gosh,
in
yeah.
DMs with her. I may possibly have her in an episode of a podcast. I don't want to, say it yet, but yeah, I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely know what you mean with the leeching, and for me it's especially hard because like people actively try to be my friend sometimes, like when all they're trying to do
I
is,
think what you should do now is like
Hmm.
find a cap for when you're just gonna be like, no, I don't want to be friends
Yeah,
with
I
you.
know what
Because
you
the more
mean.
you grow, people are gonna be like, oh god.
Yeah,
Because
I need
I'm
to.
just about
I know I
there.
may seem like really savage and all that, but like honestly, sometimes I really let people like go. Do you know what I mean? Like I really let people
Yeah.
off, I guess, and I really need to like
Yeah.
just have sort of like a balance, like either on my hit list or not. That sounds so
You need
bad.
someone to uh just I was gonna say something, but then I completely forgot what it was. Wow,
Mm.
I just love having short-term memory loss. Okay, woo.
It's all
Oh
good.
my
I get it.
gosh.
I
Yeah,
get it
it'll
all the
never come
time,
back.
especially. I
It
get
won't
it
come
all the
back.
time on the street. Anyway, how have you changed your content throughout the years and throughout like the time you've played? Like, how has your sort of like video style evolved or your stream style? Because I'm not sure how it was when you first started streaming. Like, how have you sort of evolved, like your
Ah,
streaming and your videos?
well, I wasn't as confident when I first did streams and everything, and in
Mm.
my videos, I was really quiet because I just didn't know how to speak. And then
Yeah, I
I
know what you mean.
realized, boy, I gotta just hype this up,
I
and
was sort of
there we
like,
go.
I was sort of similar, but I wasn't really, I guess, shy. I was just really
Mm,
trying not to say something
savage.
bad. Because I know when like I play games with friends and stuff like that, I mention this on the stream a lot, but I do say like some really bad stuff. And I don't mean just swearing, I mean
Oh, you have
some
a potty
really,
mouth.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like really, really bad. So I like
Okay.
need to be careful on streams, especially since it's live and I really can't censor it that much.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
So
was sort of my
what I
problem.
do is like you just kind of get into the habit of being quote unquote, family PG family friendly,
Hmm.
which of course that isn't for you, but like you kind of got
Yeah,
to
can't
watch yourself.
relate, but I know what you mean, yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, how have you sort of yeah, I'm just sort of talking about more like your mini games or like your editing. Do you feel like you've improved like from the start when you started
oh,
first?
for sure.
Mm.
For
Because
sure.
did you
I think
make
things
did you make
are
videos or
really
content on
hot.
other games as well, or was AJ like the first
No,
thing? Mm.
AJ was the first.
Mm-hmm. So you just
Yeah,
like sort of
that
jumped
was
right
about
into it.
it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep. He's
Have
like, gotta
you
save the communities.
have you willingly or unwillingly like sort of changed the personality throughout the time you've played? And I don't just mean your voice, you
Oh
know.
God, no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
I sort of just
I've always
mean yeah.
been that funny person. Like I
Mm-hmm.
can't help it. Okay.
Yeah.
I even like make really terrible meme jokes when
Yeah.
I'm not even on video. Like literally today, I just called my stepsister clapped, and I was like, "Yo, you're clapped." Like I just
Yeah, I know from some of the memes you send me as well. I know that you're like, normal.
I'm actually
Yeah.
I'm actually a meme. Like, oh
Yeah.
my god. Like, oh man. Okay, I just want to say right now, just for those of you out there,
Mm.
please never send me SpongeBob memes. Please don't. Like, those they trigger me so much. Like, Evan started this thing.
There's
He
one I
sends me like
really love.
spam.
There's this like
Like, oh my god, I
Mr.
can't.
Krabs one I really love. It's like a video one. It's like, hey, Sponge Me Bob, I'm having Vietnam War
Ew.
flashbacks.
Ew. Ew.
I love that one.
Ew.
It's sort of like a video one where the Mr. Krabs is like bass boosted. But yeah.
Oh. Oh. It's pretty bad, not gonna
But yeah,
lie.
so you think you haven't like really changed your personality, you know, especially
Yeah,
like wanting
no.
to become a ambassador and things like that.
The things that really changed me the most is me just being shy. I've gotten used to the
Yeah.
microphone. It took me like several months to get used to it because I have this thing of being overly shy, and I think this is gonna help me in school anyway because I
Yeah.
had to do this like thing called a chapel talk. It's where you have a topic and you just like talk about it for like 8 minutes straight. And I was really afraid of the microphone, so I think this helps me a lot to
Yeah,
like
that's great,
really
man. You
like
got used to it.
yeah. So I'm not like afraid of it anymore.
Yeah,
It's
for
just
me, like the
fun.
microphone's fine. Like, you know, especially now that I'm talking to another person as well, that helps a lot. I found like having people like on my streams or just like doing like podcasts or stuff, just talking to other people in general. Like it's, you know.
Actually, let me join you. Just kidding.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, that's like helped me loads. And what was I going to say? I keep going brain dead. This podcast has been horrible. But yeah, I feel like
You
I'm
just
more
need to
like
learn to talk.
I'm
You know
more
what I mean?
I'm more
Talk without
confident
breathing.
like talking. And yeah, especially since I script a load of my videos as well, it's sort of hard because so when I do
Yeah.
like videos drama based, like I want to make sure to get my points across. This is the thing, like
Mhm.
when people talk to me, like especially on this podcast as well, people realize that I'm really not that smart because I use like huge grammar and big words in my like videos. Just sort of the vibe I'm going for. But like yeah, I'm a bit of an idiot. I think you can tell now.
No. Actually, yeah. No.
But yeah, so I'm sort of getting like still used to like, you know, the microphone. I'm sort of more comfortable with that. But one thing I'm still like a bit
Yeah.
unsure of is like the camera. Because you know I do like face cam in pretty
Mm.
much like most of my videos. Because I really want to like show as much of me as I can, especially since I do a lot of scripted videos. I guess I can't really do that. So in my other videos, I try to, you know, substitute it, like adding more me, I guess. Have you thought
Right.
about adding face cam ever in your videos? You sort of actually recently did a
Well,
face reveal, right? On your Instagram.
yeah, that's on my Instagram. But
Yeah, if anyone wants to
I
do that.
just like I think that's pretty cool. It's
Mm.
just there's just a reason why I held back on it. I'm just never gonna do it on YouTube until I hit 12K
Mm.
because 12 is my lucky number. And I'm making sure that I put it as far away as possible so that it
Mm.
won't happen. That's literally why I think
What's
about
your
that.
like sub goal? You like I guess I know I don't want to say like final sub goal, but like what's your sort of like right now?
I
You
feel
know?
like 30,000 just
Mm.
because like it would let me know that like I just want to be able to help the community. I feel like if
Yeah.
I have 30,000 then it lets me
Yeah, it's definitely a
it
good
gives
like
me
base.
like
Yeah.
enough people to help people. Like I just want to help people so
I
bad.
haven't really
Like I want to
like
help the
talked
community
about this.
so bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I
oh
know what
my
you mean.
gosh. Like it's not like I want to do it for like clout or anything.
Yeah.
But I just want to help like
Have like a
genuinely. Like
good
I've played this game for so
platform
long.
if you want to like
It's
speak about
dying.
something. Yeah, it definitely
Yeah,
helps
I
like
just want
having
to
a
help
bigger
it.
platform. But yeah, my sort
Yeah.
of like at the moment is definitely 10K just because I've got like PTSD over number 10 now because I could never reach on Instagram, which was like sort of sad. But yeah, I'm sort of like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's pretty
so
sad.
10K is what I'm like really aiming for at the moment. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think you'll definitely
I'm
get
gonna aim for
30K.
12K overall though. Oh
You'll
no, I
definitely
don't
get
think I'll get
30, you
there. I
know,
really don't.
definitely.
I don't. No, no, no. I
Unless
won't reach
unless I
it.
kill
There's
off
no way.
community by the time, but you know.
Hey, you know what? Here, I'm gonna give you permission on this. Make a content critique on me, but as a complete joke.
April Fool's one.
Yeah.
I feel like you could expose me
Uh,
more at this point for, you know, the Flash
yeah,
games.
yeah. Gosh, yeah, that was so terrible, guys. He plays Fringe games. I'm
Oh
like,
my
oh
god, shut
god,
up. We was
garbage.
talking about like games we play that are like similar, and we sort of were like, oh yeah,
Yeah, I got
Overwatch,
him to play Nico
Minecraft.
Dancer the other day, by the way.
Jesus, that game. Okay, that was so bad.
Will you play
That
Nico
was
Dancer with me again?
that was so bad.
Please play Nico Dancer with me again. It's so good.
Do you see or think that any jammers in the community are like fraud snakes with fake personalities? Like, do you think people are like intentionally putting on a persona and just acting all fake to sort of
Oh, I know
either
of one.
achieve
I know
more
of
or
one.
things like that? Yeah, go
I
ahead.
know of one who's gotten that. I've only
Mm-hmm.
know about this because people told me, so this might not be true, but I've heard that typical Rocky before she was
Oh
jammers, she was
yeah,
like,
she was a giant piece of shit. I know her very well.
oh my god. I didn't
No,
want to go there,
honestly,
but
I know.
take
No,
the high
she's a
road.
giant piece of shit. I've known her for like a while on Instagram, just sort of like observing her and like the way she acts and like argued with people. I think she has me blocked, by the way. I'm not sure.
Wow,
I
people
remember there
hate
was like
you.
this. Yeah, I
I mean, I
remember
would
there was
too.
like this time where there was like I think it was like Glide AJ, Skirk AJ, and Typical Rocky. Like they all started getting up on me. I was just like sort
Yeah.
of, not having it. And yeah, but
Mm.
she thinks like she's turning into this family friendly. Like she's basically trying to pull everything in the past. Wasn't her AJ account banned for selling items?
Yes, because
Yeah,
yeah, she was selling items
it's
with
just
like a party and
absurd.
storm or
Yeah, it's
something like that.
absurd to me that she'll still be a Jambassador. Like that's just ridiculous. Like, and quite honestly, even now, I still know for a fact I've been getting told by some people. This is the thing, I've got little birds everywhere, They let me know their whispers. Even in, like, from
Mm.
Jambassadors, I've got a couple of
Oh
people in
my
there.
god.
But yeah,
Dang.
I'm all over. I'm inevitable.
That's terrible.
But no,
Stop it.
yeah, typical Rocky, definitely no change. Produces garbage content, makes a video like once a month, shouldn't be Jambassador, definitely doesn't deserve it.
Have you heard anything about me yet?
About who?
Me?
You? No. This is why I was so
Yeah.
confused
Okay,
because you
good.
were like, oh, especially like after you told me that your friend was, telling you to watch out. Like you were scared I was gonna expose you or something. No, there's literally like nothing bad about you. I don't know why you're so worried. Jesus.
Oh my god. I just worry too much. Okay, like
Yeah, I
that's
know.
just
Yeah, I know you worry about
uh
everything as well because like that Discord thing that was going on, like you worried really
oh
over
yeah, yeah.
worried about that as well. Like you just over
I
worry. You need
overworry.
to chill.
I can't. It's really difficult.
But then I can't exactly say anything because like when I get triggered about something or when like I'm researching for a video, I get like so, riled up and everything. And I actually want to talk to you about something off like this podcast because there's something that's
Oh
been
yeah, I got
worrying
something to
me.
tell you too.
There's something that's been
It's a
worrying
really
me.
big secret.
Yeah, I've
I
been
got a really
getting
big
really
secret
worried
for
about
you.
like something that's coming up and I sort of want to know your insight because I think you
Oh.
might know a bit about the person. So yeah, that's a bit of a
Yeah.
secret.
But yeah, I'm
Anyway.
gonna have to tell you a big secret after this.
Mm-hmm.
It's real bad and
Yeah, sure.
it's something I did last year.
Yeah.
And all my friends were in on it, so you gotta know about it.
All right.
Oh my god.
Do you
Okay.
like rares? I mean, you do have a magenta fairy hat as your main look, so.
Yeah. Well, okay, shut up. You got a headdress. Wait.
Hey, I've had that
Okay,
since
well I don't
2011. They were worth nothing back then.
No
Yeah, I've
way.
had this main look
Well,
for so long.
dang. I
Hmm?
really don't really care about rares. I know seems like I do because I
I
got a
know,
magenta
yeah.
fray, but like really, I give away spice like all the
Yeah,
time. Like
exactly.
I don't know if
Us too, yeah.
if you saw my stream, but every time that there's like a giveaway for a spec, I'm like, guys,
I
you
do a
gotta
long,
stop
yeah,
there.
I do a long collar every
So I just like do
25.
that.
That's what I do. I do
Wait,
like a
what? I
long,
just completely
I
like
do a long collar every 25 subscribers.
yeah.
Just fucking put
I
it
feel
on
like
my
the way you
trade
go
list.
about that, it's really bad, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I know, I really need to
Every
like,
25,
yeah.
because like I feel like you
Yeah.
just okay. This sounds terrible, but I'm
Mm.
just gonna content critique you for a
Yeah,
second,
go
okay?
ahead. Be careful
Okay, I
though.
feel like oh.
No, joking. Go
I
ahead, yeah.
feel
No,
no, you're giving me
I know it
anxiety.
may sound bad, but I honestly really do like criticism. Like, I mention it all
Okay,
the time in my
well,
videos, because, like, there's always, room for improvement, and I think that even me, especially with, like,
well,
my content, what I do.
it reminds me of how you say like you're like, oh my gosh, those people who do like, oh my gosh, every 5 subscribers, oh my gosh, you're
Yeah,
obviously
I know
looking
what I
for
mean. It's
subs.
a
That's
bit
literally what you're
hypocritical.
doing.
Yeah, I do, like, especially recently, my newest content critique, like, I critiqued O Stardust of that. Oh, we haven't talked about the O
Mm,
Stardust, and we need to get on that in a second. Anyway, but yeah, like,
mm,
sort of the O Stardust situation, like, where I was, like, sort of saying, oh, all they do is giveaways, all they do is this.
mm-hmm.
I sort of think that, it's fine to have streams and do giveaways, as long as you do a lot of, like, content and hard work throughout. Because, for example, there's these channels
Yeah.
that all they do is, like, just giveaways, like, oh, ended in 1K. And,
Yeah.
like, sort of just streams where they just give stuff away. I sort of give stuff away because I really don't care about, like, if I wasn't giving stuff away, I'll just be recycling it. That's the facts.
Fair.
Like, so yeah, I
Yeah.
like have to give this stuff away, and I feel like it's good to like giving back for people, especially like recently. I've been hitting a load of like goals, I guess. Like I'm really close to getting 2K on the channel, and I've finally got back to 7.5K on Instagram, which is great. But yeah, sort of.
Wow,
I know what you
flexing.
mean. Definitely flexing. No, I've gone down quite a bit because I'm not sure if you know about this, but I was like permanently banned from Instagram for a couple of months.
Oh, lovely.
And I was really trying to like get my account back. It took me so long. But yeah, over that period, I lost about 2.5K followers. which was a big yikes. And I don't know how people could unfollow, considering my account was banned, but you know, that happened. I came back on and I realized, yeah.
Jeez, yeah, be careful, please.
But yeah. This next one, I was sort of just going to ask you about any people you don't think are genuine or just like some people you have problems with, but I guess we talked about that earlier, right? With 2 people.
Yeah.
Are there any more that you'd like to mention? People I have to watch out for, keep an eye out for.
You need to. Okay, I'm gonna say this as a complete joke because if they're gonna watch this, I just want it to be a joke.
Yeah.
Watch out for appreciated. Trash. I love you, Evan.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
So reference. What is your opinion on the existence of like a rarity system in a game like Animal Jam for kids?
Honestly, it's ruined everything.
I know, it's so stupid. I hate it. I just wish everything was back in stores, honestly. And I know for
but you know what?
So many people like the games. Yeah, for so many people the game's about trading, but I don't want it to be about that. I can't remember the last time I've been trading. Like, it's just, I hate it personally, but yeah, what do you think? Do you think the existence of a rarity system, how do you think it impacts?
Well, it just like, it makes it about friends over, like, rares over friends. Which, I mean, I know that these, like, everyone's, like, really, people can't really make friends on Animal Jam.
Yeah, people get so fixated on, like, this goal of becoming just rare on an online children's game.
But it's like, but it's weird because, like, I've also noticed that Animal Jam rares are kind of at, like, the thing to trade to other games. So, like, when people, like, trade, like, if you want, like, I don't know, something on Chicken Smoothie.
Yeah, I know what you mean, for, like, other games. And I don't think that's allowed, right?
Yeah. That's not allowed.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Not allowed because it's like,
so yeah, that's recently another thing that I was like, you know, talking about my
trading.
in my content critique for O Stardust. She was selling her AJ items for some games on, some items on IMVU or something. I don't know what that game was.
MSP.
Yeah, MSP. I think that. Yeah. So yeah, I was just like, that's a big yikes. I know people do that often as well.
People cross trade on Animal Jam just through Animal Jam Play Wild, which I think is kind of dangerous.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's a terrible idea. It's so like, this is one thing I don't talk about. Like, I don't make a video on oh my god, I just burped. I'm sorry.
I didn't hear that.
Okay, I probably shouldn't have mentioned it. Anyway, so people make videos on like scammers in general. Like, they'll make a video on a scammer and it'll be like 20 minutes of them just saying, oh, this scammer's bad, he scammed, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, this is gonna sound bad, but I'm really honestly not interested in scammers at all. Like, if there's more on the person than them just scamming, I'll definitely, like, you know, make a video on it. But just, like, the fact that somebody got scammed, I really don't care. If you're dumb enough to get scammed, then that's your own problem, in my opinion.
That's true, yeah.
That's, like, one thing, one of my pet peeves. Like, I really don't care. Like, it's a children's game,
you should make that part of your intro. Hey, guys, it's PatchTheAlpha, you know, blah, blah. Don't tell me about scammers, it's fine. Haha, peace out. Something like that.
Yeah. But what do you think? How do you think removing the trading system would impact the game? Obviously, it'll never happen. But what do you think?
That would kill it.
Yeah,
that would
definitely.
Kill it. That would kill it.
Like, I can just imagine how triggered people would get. There's nothing else to substitute for it as well. There's nothing else possibly, like, you know.
Actually, you know, I think. Never mind. I was gonna say adventures could, but people don't play adventures. I like adventures; they're fun.
Yeah, I do as well, but my PC can't really run them that well. But yeah, I think that used to be
everybody's problem.
That used to be my it still is, I guess, my favorite like Animal Jam feature or whatever thing to do. It's definitely the most like quests. Yeah, there definitely needs to be more adventures, more stuff like that. But yeah, I think having like really really rare items that you can obtain, like for example, doing like an adventure on
patch.
Like, oh, so that's why there's a rarity system. Forgotten Desert, I forgot. All right. Anyway, no, I'm just on about like specific like items. For example, like I was sort of ashamed how the alpha stuffs got distributed. I really wish they were like, you know, so you go into like an adventure and you do it in really really hard mode or something, and you have to like go to this hidden secret room and sort of do a hard battle there. I don't know, something like that, and just, you know, end it that way. Yeah. But yeah, I think that would certainly be more cool. Like, sort of earning your rares instead of, like, just trading. I guess that makes sense. Right, before we sort of go into the final few questions, you mentioned yourself that you want to talk about the O Stardust thing, right? Because we sort of talked about, like, the cross-trading thing like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you personally like have a bit of like background with her. I guess so you traded for Furry, right?
Yeah.
And is that
for
how
her
you
furry.
knew about each other, or did you know before then? Like about with?
That's how I found out about
Sorry, I
her.
can't talk. All right.
That's how I
Um.
found out about her, though.
Yeah. So what's like? I know you obviously just traded her and that's it. But like, what's your general? I know you commented something on my video, and I don't know if you want me to mention it. Like on my video, like you said, it's a shame. We have people like this in our community.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on
Yeah.
like that? And I guess it sort of links back to the drama and like.
Well, personally, I just like. Okay, first off, this sounds awful.
Mm,
Okay, but like genuinely, I really just don't go out hunting for people to hate and stuff like that.
yeah, I know
It's
what you
like I
mean.
really don't care. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
just like okay, you did that, but like okay, cool.
yeah,
Really? Like really? You have to be that low?
yeah,
This is like, but I just genuinely, I don't know. I don't like. I try not to hate people, but like I
yeah.
just don't want to be. I don't want to be associated with them, kind of
Yeah, I
thing.
know
I
what you
just, I don't
mean.
know.
Like these are the people I definitely want to, watch out for, but I'm not gonna like actively go out and make posts about them or anything. I guess it's
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
I know what you mean. I just went brain dead. Oh yeah, content critique update, little special thing. Recently on
Oh.
like Instagram, because I obviously like love looking at the reaction and like sort of how people deal with it.
Oh my gosh, I know where this is going.
Oh Jesus, her way of dealing was so cancer. Like there's just no other way to describe it. It was so bad. So
Remember when I
okay,
sent you that screenshot and you
yeah.
put it on your story? That was
I
I
hope you didn't mind
actually
by the way, because
started dying.
I knew your
Oh
name
no,
wasn't
it's
on there or
fine.
anything, so But yeah,
I was laughing so hard the entire
so
time.
Stardust, the person I made my recent content critique on, thought it'd be a great idea to respond to the hate by uploading a picture of her and her real mum on Instagram and saying that she's found her mum because she was adopted. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. It was just like,
Mm.
she was getting called out on it loads by my followers and even people that didn't know about me because they saw the video. Like, oh, that's such a poor
Yeah.
way of, like, It was obviously just
And the
for,
way
like,
she
sort
said
of.
she liked pain too, like
Yeah, oh my god, that was so cringe. She was like, I like the pain, it's all good, I don't care. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure,
like
like.
go ahead, put your hand over a stovetop. Go ahead if you like pain so
And you
Oh, that
talked,
sounds
and
so
you
bad too.
talked to her, like, you weren't, like, too pushy or too, like, mean to her, but you talked to her, right? Like,
Yeah.
firmly,
I
yeah.
was like, hey, get some help, dude. Like, come
Yeah,
on, like,
exactly. It was
yo.
just like the way she dealt with it. She was basically saying, "Oh, I don't care about the hate. I'm used to. I get hated on all the time. I like pain." Like she literally said that I like pain on her like Instagram story. This
Yeah.
was all getting posted, and then she made this
Uh,
post saying like, "Oh, hey guys, I'm actually adopted. I found my mum." And I was just like, "Oh, it's so clear that you're
oh.
trying to use like this emotional
And
shield."
then and then the bad thing about that is you have to keep up with that lie. So she might
Mm.
forget. And she'll be like, oh yeah. She'll have to keep up.
Just some
She'll have to keep
random
up with
woman.
it. Like, man.
She just took a
Yeah.
picture of some random woman.
Oh
God,
god.
her mum looks so much like. I'm not sure. You watch Game of Thrones? I know you do because you played
Oh my
the
gosh. I love
theme.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. What was
Yeah.
your opinion on the
Yeah.
last season? Though was a bit
Oh
of
god. I feel like they
yikes.
destroyed her character. Alright. It's
Yeah,
like, come on,
Daenerys.
man. What like
I
my
know.
poor
Do
friend.
you
My
actually
friend
know who got
Rose.
me into watching Game of Thrones?
Apari.
No, Barry. No, that's too sophisticated for him.
Oh shoot.
Oh my god, by the way, Wisteria joined on my live stream as I was drawing like a parry and his cover art for his album. That was so cringe.
That was
Awkward.
so bad. I thought
So
she was
funny
gonna go
though.
like, "Oh my god, how dare you!"
No,
Like,
she was like, I'm
I thought
dying.
she was gonna.
This is one thing she like mentioned in the DMs as well, is she was like, oh, I was gonna get all defensive and like, because I was a bit upset that, oh, you obviously go after all my friends, but I honestly couldn't get myself to write in a message because I found your content so funny.
Oh,
I
that's
know.
great though.
But yeah, so the Python. What was I talking about before? Oh right, who got me into Game of Thrones? Yeah, it was Lauren, Animal Jammer 330.
Really,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I was just like sort of posting on my story like, oh, any shows to recommend, and this was like a couple of years, maybe 1, 2 years ago. I don't know. I was on Game of Thrones like quite late, so I had to catch up on all the seasons. But yeah, it was
Not gonna
definitely
lie,
worth
I
it.
only watched the last season, but I still got a lot to say.
Damn. But yeah, it was definitely worth it. And yeah, Animal Jammer Lauren 330 is the one that got me into it. But yeah, any other TV shows you like?
Well, I really like.
I mean, I don't watch
Gosh,
TV. If I want to watch anything, I watch it
don't
on like a
either.
pirated website.
I guess like okay, I kind of like. Okay, you're gonna
Ooh,
hate me.
this is one
I
thing.
kind of like anime. What?
Yeah, I love anime too. What anime do you watch?
What?
Yeah.
You do?
I
Oh my
mean,
gosh.
I wouldn't say I'm
Okay.
like a giant fan because I don't watch that many, so I don't want to say I'm like an anime fan and people call me fake. But I've watched like all of Naruto Shippuden, Attack
I
on
need to
Titan.
like.
I'm up to
I'll
date.
introduce you to
I
some.
read the Attack on Titan manga, by the way. It's so good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's so good. I
Yeah,
really want to
you
say
need to
something,
watch
but
Black
I don't want to
Butler, by the
spoil it.
way.
Like Butler. I've heard that's good,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's so good. Black Butler, Yuri on Ice. I will personally watch Yuri on Ice with you.
I sort of want to get into Hunter x
so
Hunter.
gay. It's so gay. Oh,
Yeah, so I want to get into
oh my
Hunter
gosh.
x Hunter. And what else did I watch? Death Note, obviously, that's a classic.
Mm, let's see. Have you
Um,
seen like My Neighbor Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service?
nope,
Have
literally
you
never even heard of those.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, do you
What?
know what my
What
favorite?
kind of bubble are you in?
Do you know what my favorite sort of like modern anime like recent watch? It's ended now. It only has like 20 episodes, I
Tell.
believe, but it's so
Tell.
good. You need
Is
to
it
watch
Glitter
this.
Force?
No, I don't. I'm not into that gay shit. Sorry. No, it's this. It used to be like a really, really old anime, but we sort of remade it and made like it just looks gorgeous and it's amazing. But did the characters
What does
so
it
well.
tell?
I've bought the manga like to read, like an actual book form, and I've sort of been reading that too. It's called Dororo. Dororo.
I don't think I've heard of that. I don't
It's
think I've
like
heard of that
it's
one.
like about this just samurai, and he's sort of got sacrificed as a child, and he has no body parts, and he has to try and like slay these demons and regain his body parts. But don't show too much gross stuff, don't worry. But yeah,
Oh my god.
it's so good. It's only got 20 episodes, but the story flows so nicely.
Well, because you like seeing people get chopped up. I was going to where this is going.
No, it doesn't. It's not really that graphic, to be honest. I mean, there's one scene
Mm.
where there's like people burning alive, and it's quite graphic, but I think that's about it.
Oh my gosh, so good. No.
But yeah, Savio Stars stuff is done. Are there any AJ features or particular things you'd like to see gone? Like, is there anything you dislike?
You know, you
I
can't
mean,
really
like,
say this is somebody who's
it's
played
like
Animal Jam since
I know
2013.
it's like the Jammer Wall. I'd say that's pretty useless, but I don't think like removing that wouldn't really do anything. I guess is. But yeah,
You know,
there's definitely
I can
features.
tell you one thing that
Yeah,
they need to fix right now, though.
Jammergrams, because that annoys
That,
me.
and I think that they need to fix. They removed the secret colors from the palette.
Oh
You
yeah,
do know that, right?
I mean, I only knew about one color, and it was like the bottom right
The
one.
magenta.
Yeah,
The
and
magenta and
oh,
the light blue.
I don't
is
think
now
you're
gone.
OG because that color used to be light blue, but now I was so confused because I clicked on it and it's like magenta all of a sudden. I was like, what?
Yeah,
It
what
used to
happened
be
to
the
the
light
light
blue.
blue? It's still in the palette though.
Yeah, so like that light blue, I used to use it on like this. I've got this really cool outfit. It's one of my
Same.
4 main ones, I guess. It's this like Yeti one. I've got this like little Yeti snow leopard. You know the glitched Yeti masks?
Oh my god. Yeah. I remember
love
when those
that.
things were so good.
That
I
is
like got
that's
people to
my
OG
second
that all the
favorite head
time.
item,
Oh my
like
god.
after the headdress. Just a Yeti mask of any
Really?
kind, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's so cool. But yeah, I've got like a
Mm.
nice outfit with that, and I used to use this glitched icy blue color, and like I don't know if you
Gosh,
can
I
get it
miss that.
anymore. Like I don't know.
Like you could get it, but then now they've patched everything, and so you can't get any of the secret
Oh,
colors.
right.
And my wolf uses the magenta, so I'm like, oh,
Oh,
love
that's so like rare if people have that color on like their animals right now, because I imagine they wouldn't have like
Yeah.
changed it. Now it's off the palette, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are there any AJ features you'd like to see added or improved on? Oh, also just the broken fins again. The jammergrams. Do you get this fin where you like go
Mhm.
into jammergrams and then you recycle one and it like gets rid of 10? Like it don't delete 10, but like it sort of gets rid of them, and then you have to exile and go back into jammergrams.
Something similar to that. Like when
Yeah,
I
it's
deleted
just so
Jammergram,
glitchy.
it scrolls down and then
Yeah,
like
the
you have to scroll all the
scrolling.
way back up, and it's like, oh my god,
Yeah, mine like
fix it.
disappears upwards, and like I can't see like the top 10 jammergrams then, like my most recent ones.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So
And then when
bad.
people send you one, it like even makes it worse. And I'm like, okay,
I know.
don't send me anything. Oh my gosh, it's so
Are there
bad.
any AG features like to see improved on or added?
I don't.
I mean,
don't
let's
think that
face
there's
it, they
anything
won't be
particular.
adding any groundbreaking features at this point. I'm not gonna say animal gems die, and that's why they're not adding any more like major
No, it's because
stuff.
they're putting it in Play Wild.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's spot on.
Well, I'd like to see quests, but like I can't see anything
Yeah.
else that's wrong with it besides the bugs that are apparent.
Yeah, it'll
That's
definitely
about
be
it.
nice to just have like more stuff to do, more frequently updated stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on scammers?
They are.
They suck. Okay, next.
Gross. Advantage of little kids. That's about it. That's literally
Yeah.
it. That's literally all I have to say
It's
about
so
it.
scummy, honestly. And like, have you
I
found
don't
that
know if you saw my video
there's
on that.
way more people doing it now?
God, yeah. Jeez.
It's like it's only
So
the scammers
toxic.
left at this point.
Oh gosh.
But yeah.
Just like, oh my god, I don't know.
This is sort of a different one. Okay, this one's a tricky one. What's your opinion on
Okay.
item selling? It's obviously against the rules, but what's your opinion?
Oh my god. I know somebody who does this, and it's. I
Well,
know
that's
exactly.
what I got banned
Wow.
for. My main account.
What?
Yeah, did you not know? My
Oh
main
my
account.
god.
Why do you think I don't
I
have a
thought you were a
username?
good soul.
Why do you think I don't have a username PatchTheAlpha?
Well, I don't know these. I don't invest my time looking for. Oh my god, I hate you. You're terrible. How could you do that?
No, I
Oh my
honestly
gosh, I
right.
have,
So
like,
this is my opinion.
Oh my god.
I've got no
You're so
problem
bad.
with item selling, and I think there should be like a
You
system.
wanna know why? You
Yeah.
wanna know why? I can explain to
go
you right
ahead.
now. I'll do it.
Is it because I've got too many rares and I don't know what to do with them, and I'd rather take money?
No, this is why.
Uh,
Okay, so me being an owner and an administrator of my game,
mm.
I wouldn't want someone to sell my items like that I've made and like put time and effort into to just see people trying to like buy it and stuff like that, because it's
Yeah, I
like
guess.
you're literally like buying something that I made for your own benefit. Like that's
Yeah.
not what that's not good, and I
Yeah, I
hate
see why
people.
AJHQ started cracking down on it like
You
2017.
see why now? Because it's like,
something like
I'm
that.
telling you why.
No,
It's like, oh my
the
gosh.
main that's definitely the main reason. They just don't want people to profit from their game. And I know it sounds like sort of weird considering like they allow YouTubers, they obviously make content around the game, but that gives them free marketing at least. Do you know what I mean? Like animal jump
Yeah.
videos on YouTube, but this like they gain nothing from it, and it potentially starts a lot of scamming. Which, by the way, I never used to do.
That-
Like, I would actually run a genuine like system for a bunch of groups, and I would just sell items and get. I think this is bad as well because I didn't get actual money for it. I mostly got like iTunes gift cards or things like that. I was so cringe.
Oh,
Just to clarify as well, I
God.
don't do this any longer, and I got permanently banned for it. But yeah, and now I'm on
Yeah,
my
you're
way
pretty
to becoming an improved Jambassador, just like my friend Rockabilly Kitty. Wait, no, not Rockabilly Kitty. What's her name? Typical Rocky?
Yeah.
Close enough for both garbage people. You heard
Oh
about
my God,
Rockabilly?
Rose. Yeah.
I sort of made her
yeah,
quit.
yeah. You were the one who. Oh.
Yeah. Did you not
Wow, just
realize who
left
she was mentioning all that time in her quitting video?
Because I didn't know who you were. I didn't know who you were. Okay, I don't care.
That is
but now I
literally
care because I know who you are.
that is literally who she was referring to in the entire video. Like she didn't mention my name,
Oh
but
my God.
she was like, "Oh, there's been just so many toxic people, and everyone's just like exposing, and I'm getting exposed, and I don't like it. And now I'm gonna do Roblox videos. Goodbye."
Dang.
Yeah, that's
You
pretty
are a
fun.
channel killer. Dang, I love it.
But yeah, that's another shitty person to watch out for if they ever try to sliver into your DMs. Which I don't assume they would now because they fucking play Roblox now. Yikes. Anyway, well, she's not a Jambasta, but I like to say like, how the Jambastas have fallen because you know how like Lilac's doing toy reviews, Hipara's doing quote unquote SoundCloud rapping, Rockabilly's Roblox streamer or YouTube, I don't know. It's just sort of like, I understand that people, Scom's a vlogger now. I'm making a video on him soon. He keeps doing these I almost died videos, like, the stereotypical YouTube cancer. It's so cringe.
That hurts.
Yep. With like the red arrows and the red circles and everything in the thumbnails.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
It gets so bad. Yeah, I definitely need to
be pretty spicy.
Yeah, I need to get working on that. But yeah. I sort of like I was gonna name this like series like AJ YouTubers, Where Are They Now or something like that. But I sort of like don't really because I don't feel like a consistent thing. I do like doing series on my channel though. I know you've probably seen him. Like this podcast, like
Yeah.
it's called the AJHQ podcast. I've got like a playlist and everything for it. Like I've got my content critique, meme review, which I haven't done in a month, which I'm preparing a big one. Oh yeah.
Oh, spoilers. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I'm actually getting okay. So people who watch this, anyone who's watched this far, by the way, is just like a real OG. But yeah. So they're allowed to know. I'm working on some merge designs. I know it's quite early to start. Like, would you ever think
Wait,
about
what?
doing merge designs?
Oh, yeah, I thought about that. Like, what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do, I'm gonna draw my own stuff because I
Yeah,
can't do
exactly.
those easy
So
peasy.
what I do is like because I can't really digitize stuff because I can't buy Photoshop because I'm poor.
Dude, I can give you like Paint Tool Sai for free, bruh. I
Yeah,
got you.
you need to like hook me up with that, sketchy shit.
Oh my gosh,
No,
that sounds so bad.
I know,
Oh
no.
my god, it's
People do this
oh
all
my
the time,
god.
guys. Don't worry. Anyway, so like, I sketch out my like own designs because I've got like really creative ideas and stuff like that. I want specific things, like stuff people wouldn't be embarrassed to like wear outside, and especially like my
Mhm.
designs will be focused around like memes and stuff like that, like because I do my meme
So
reviews.
kind of
Yeah,
like what PewDiePie does.
yeah, like AJ and memes like sort of combined. I think that'll be quite cool.
Mhm.
I'm gonna add designs on, but yeah, I'm working really close with one of my good designer friends. I'm not sure if you've heard of her, Night Fury. I had her on our podcast.
No,
This is
I've
my first
not.
episode.
I
She's
saw that
great.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, we're sort of working together on that at the moment. It may take a little bit longer, but yeah, I'm really excited for that. That's one thing I'm looking forward to
that'll
now.
be cool.
But yeah, as well as like sort of artists and bratty children and toxic teenagers, what are some of like other like groups I guess you've noticed that play aging? I'm sorry if that's like a complicated.
Scammers.
Yeah, scammers definitely. Like you see, yeah,
Uh,
that's definitely like a major part of like the community, I guess. No, it's just sort of like
I don't
normal.
really know. I don't really pay attention. I just
Hmm.
make videos and I'm just like, okay,
Which group
I
would
can't
you
really
say you
invest
fit
time in the
in?
community.
Like sort of group. I guess you're. Would you say you associate
don't
more with an AJ YouTuber or an AJ streamer? This is a really hard one. I know you're literally like a hybrid between the two, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't really answer
Hmm.
that for you. I'd say, I guess, shoot, that's
Yeah.
terrible.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, no, I can't tell you.
No,
I
you
can't
both.
tell you.
Yeah, it's good. Why do you think regular jammers quit the game and the community? Just like regular, everyday jammers.
Because they're getting bored and they just don't. Because they weren't there in the good days. They just don't understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly.
I think that's how it goes.
Even like longer term players or like shorter term players, like I found that, a newer player will log in and be like, oh, this game sucks, everything requires membership, there's nothing to do, people are trying to scam me, I'm out.
Yeah.
So it's like sort of, I guess, hard for newer people to pick up on the game and older people getting bored too.
Right. And that's why Play Wild exists. Wow. Okay.
Why do you think like popular jammers or like video creators are leaving the community and their fan bases behind?
Because they're getting bored.
Yeah, same reason.
Because
yeah,
it's like
I know.
they played there for so long. They're getting bored and they just don't know what to do. Their like creative fuel is gone.
Yeah.
You gotta be inspired by things.
Yeah.
You gotta keep going.
Do you have issues? Because I know exactly that's definitely something I've got a problem with. Like I mentioned on all my videos where I sort of discuss like what people have moved on to. Like if people like don't tell their audience what's going on and just sort of leave one day and stop uploading and
Yeah.
that's a big yikes because you've got to bear in mind that some of these people, especially like Apari, Wisteria, Beppa, just
Lilac Petal.
Yeah, people like that. They've been around since like the very beginning. I mean, I remember being like 14 or something and watching these people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I
So it's
know
just
that
sort of
feeling.
like
Oh my gosh.
really, and I wasn't really a major fan of anybody, but it's just sort of disappointing for their fans to like see them just like sort of betray their audience. It's perfectly fine to leave a game. I don't have a problem with that, but it's just like leaving one day and uploading a 2-minute video is just sort of like a big yikes.
Yeah.
I'm referring to like Apari because he made like a 2-minute one, just saying, "Hey guys, I'm bored of the game.
wow.
Goodbye."
Yeah,
Another
basically.
person that uploaded like a really short one as well is Jelly Jones. What's your opinion on them?
I think she was alright. I just
Yeah,
really
I
hate
know a
that she
lot
got
of people
replaced.
liked her, and
That
I
hurt
sort of
a
didn't
lot.
know who she was until like her face showed up at VidCon, and I was like, "Who the fuck's this?" But apparently they've been talking so much shit about me, and I'm like, "What?" Never even heard of them.
Really?
Yeah, It's like that Thanos meme, like,
Wow.
I don't even know who you are. But yeah,
Oh my gosh.
and I know it's ironic for me to say that considering they're more popular than me, so, you know, they could pull a fuck out of me, but I honestly don't know who they are, and I've heard they've been talking so much shit about me. Just like,
I
they're weird.
really like I like all the Jambasters like personally.
This
Because
is
it's
one
just like
thing I
it's like
was,
just
yeah,
like
this is one thing I was going to ask
it's
you
the way they're keeping it
next.
alive. You know what I mean?
This
It's
is
like
one thing I was going to ask you.
I like them because they I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's good. I guess. Sorry, I
What are
stole the
your,
light
no, it's
there.
good. What are your, like, favorite Jambasters? Some that you enjoy,
Oh
like,
man.
personality-wise, or, like, content-wise? Or both?
Well, I think I'm gonna have to start going back through when because I really like really
Even though,
OG
yeah, even
ones.
the
You
ones
know.
that quit, yeah.
Yeah, I really liked Grim 5 and I really like Slushy. I
I
really
didn't
like
know
them all.
too
Like
much of
genuinely I
them, but
really like
they
them
seemed
all.
really, like, pleasant to me, Grim 5. Slushy I loved, obviously.
Yeah. I like I just liked everyone, you know. I'm just like the type of person who
Mm,
really doesn't hate anybody, you know. I
yeah.
just kind of like them, you know.
Mm.
But some people are just like you know, but like for the
Yeah,
most part,
and it's literally
yeah,
like some
it's
people like even say, "Oh, I hate this person," blah blah blah. But I can tell they don't really mean it. Like they just sort of dislike him. I can honestly
yeah,
tell you that I've got
yeah.
like a really bad hatred to some of these people, you know. And it's
Yeah,
like
you
sort
like
of,
hate people a
yeah.
lot. You gotta stop.
I've just been in this community for like so long, and I've got really bad
Mm.
history with some of the people, and especially the popular ones as well.
There
Because
you
I know I'm
go.
like really small, and I sort of recently started out YouTube, but you know, people are sort of confused like randomly when I just say, "Oh yeah, I was recently, you know, talking to a stereo," or "Oh yeah, I'm in DMs with a parry." But yeah, I've just known these people for like a really long time, and it's sort of like, you know,
Hmm.
yeah. With some
It's
people,
pretty
I've got
cool, to
like
be
a
honest.
really big vendetta with.
Oh
But
gosh.
so yeah, are there any in particular that you do dislike? Like, is there any like past
I
ones or ones right now that you
nah.
have an issue with? Hmm.
Again, I don't like
Yeah,
Nutella. That's
yeah, I know
about
what you
it.
mean. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but that's about it. I
Uh-huh.
really don't hate anybody, like genuinely. I really just don't, you
Yeah,
know? Maybe there's some people like maybe I just kind of dislike just purely because of stuff they've done, but like I really
yeah,
don't hate anybody. Like I don't like Squirm, okay? I can say that right now.
yeah. Oh, do you know
Pry
about
was
that?
okay.
Do you know about some of the things Scar's been doing? Like, I can't
Heck
tell if
yeah.
I hate Scarm or not, which is really weird. Because like, once he made this post sort of telling everyone to block me, but then he raided my stream and got me like 100 subs when I was starting off. But then again,
Hmm.
I've got a video of him masturbating to children on Snapchat, which is a bit weird.
I didn't need to know that, but thank you.
I'm sorry. But yeah, it's sort of like this thing where Scorn's just a tricky one, because I'm really not sure. Like, he's done some fucked up things, for sure, but it's sort of
Yeah,
like,
you
you
should
know...
hate him. There you go. Easy. There's your answer.
Wow, Vallkyriie 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you really need to stop hating people. Yeah, you should hate him.
Stop. Oh my god. Oh my
No, but
gosh.
yeah, I know what you mean. It's just
Jesus.
like... This is once again, like, my moral compass is, like, really confusing sometimes. Like, I really, like, you
Mm,
know... It's sort of like,
yeah.
you mentioned this to me, Stray Cat. Like, I'm friends with Stray Cat.
Oh, golly.
I know I've
You
heard
need to
things
unfriend
about
him
him.
right
I've
now.
heard things
You need
about
to
him,
unfriend
but
him.
to me, he's only, like, been nice. He, like, gave me membership and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Comes to my
because he's
streams.
trying to be nice to you because you're very scary. That's why. We've gone over this.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I love his content. He makes these Instagram live streams where he rides a tractor. It's just top quality.
I've got some videos of him that I gotta show you after this.
Yeah, yeah,
You'll
sure.
actually die.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Spill the tea. But yeah, is there any... What sort of AJ content do you, like or actually watch on YouTube? Like AJ content?
Okay,
I'm not
not to
saying
be
specific
dressed
channels,
up,
but, like, you
but
know... Yeah.
I do like your content. All right, that's
Oh,
about it.
thanks.
To be honest,
Is
because
that all you
because
watch?
it's like basically I really like.
Mm.
Okay, this sounds terrible. Of course, I like my own content, but it's like I
Yeah.
want to be like unique.
Yeah, I know what you
I
mean.
like make content that I know that I like, so that's why I
Yeah,
make
I
it. So
definitely
yeah,
do something that I know other people won't do for sure. You know what
that's
I mean?
yeah. I
Yeah.
can tell you that right now. I don't really watch other people.
Yeah.
I watch
But
other
it's really...
YouTubers.
It's nice
So
that
yeah,
people tell me that sort of like... I mean, I don't want to say that, oh, I want to be the only person people watch, but it's nice to hear that, like, even though people don't enjoy AJ content that much anymore, maybe, they still, like, sort of watch
yeah,
mine. Because I'd say mine's definitely for
yeah.
older
That's I get that
demographic.
too.
Yeah.
I get that
Mm-hmm.
too. Yeah.
And your content is definitely, like, you know... You obviously try with the quality and with the entertainment, so yours is definitely really
Yeah.
good, but yeah.
I'm surprised you like my content, by the
Yeah,
way. I just
do.
want to say that right now. I was
I
just
mean,
like, I don't know.
I was just flicking through, like, I looked through a lot of shit stuff at night, but I just sort of, like, clicked on yours, and I was intrigued, and I was like, oh, this isn't shit. I
So like
like
what?
this.
So like what did you like the most? Like I'm just curious because it's like
Yeah, I've
I
told
don't
you,
know.
it
I
was
just don't
just
really
like,
understand what people
it was the
just.
equality, and it was the fact that you were very, well spoken and really interactive with your audience. It just seemed
Yeah, but
alright,
that's
I
just
guess.
like I still don't understand. Like oh my god, wow,
Oh my god, why does Patch like my content? This is one
man,
thing,
because I've been
like,
told to stay away
yeah,
from you.
this is one thing I told Wisteria as well, because I was like, oh, I've always respected you, I guess, like, compared to other Jambastas and stuff like that. And she was like, wow, that means a lot coming from an AJ content critique, with like a smiley face or something. And I was like, yeah.
Dang. Yeah.
But yeah, I do definitely, still enjoy some content and some content creators, but in general, I really don't watch AJ videos. It bores me, it's cancer.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just gonna say it.
It's okay.
Not yours, not
Oh
yours.
man.
But yeah,
Oh,
no.
okay. Ah! Yeah, I know what you mean
Um,
though.
what AJ content do you dislike the most? Like video
I
wise.
can't tell you because I don't watch any.
Oh
You know
right,
what I
yeah, that
mean?
makes sense. Yeah. So I guess everything for you. Seems a bit to me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
gosh.
sort of AJ pages do you follow on Instagram? Because I know there's some people obviously that don't do YouTube but have like AJ Instagrams.
Oh well, I follow everyone that like. Okay,
Do you have
so
this
let's see.
thing where you
I
follow a
follow
load of artists from the AJ community?
no.
Oh.
I follow okay. So I follow people that other gym masters follow. So like I
Huh.
follow all of their friends and then
Oh
that's
right,
it.
yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah, because I can keep up with them and then I also follow some of my actual friends.
Hmm.
And I follow you and I follow like I don't know, just some other random
Yeah.
people. I follow like meme accounts too for some reason. Like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with me? Because I
Yeah,
don't
I
actually
follow
have a
like
real
such
Instagram
a
account.
large
So
variety.
yeah.
I need to keep it down because I hate when people like have the same amount of like followers as they are following people. Like, how do
God,
people
yeah, I
have like
hate that.
1K, like following 1K people? Like, what?
Yeah, I know why they do that,
Jesus.
but like,
Yeah, it's to try and get them to
I
follow back, obviously, but it's just
yeah,
a bit.
I always
Oof.
have my followers below 100. That's about it. That's
Yeah,
where I keep it at.
I've sort of got mine capped at 200, but that's mostly because like half of them at least never post, so I don't have to worry about it. That's part.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so like half of them are like my in real life friends or like just sort of artists, not AJ related. And then the other half's just like
Hmm.
people I know like from the community, my friends, stuff like that. But yeah,
Right.
what's your favorite platform or social media for like AJ communities? If you say God, what's the app called? I forgot the name.
Amino.
Yeah, if you say that's your favorite, then I'm afraid we're gonna have to end this quick.
No, I actually hate Amino so
Yeah, I
much.
despise that
Oh my
app.
gosh.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
gosh. But okay, I'm gonna have to say, does YouTube count? Because like, I don't really know. I guess Instagram's
That being
cool.
said, Amino, by the way, if you ever want to sponsor any of us, feel free. I know they've sponsored Wisteria on a newest video. So like, yeah, Amino's great. Yeah, we love Amino. But no, carry on. I despise that app. Jesus Christ.
Stop. You won't get sponsored. But no, I really like I guess Instagram because it's like everyone's
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
everyone knows
I joined
whatever's, like,
Instagram way too late. I really wish I joined earlier. I joined 2016, I
Yeah.
believe. 2015? No, 2016.
Gross.
2016.
Man, you should have gotten in there.
I know.
You would
I
have gotten
really
a
think I would
huge
have got.
following,
Yeah,
not gonna
I
lie.
know. Especially like it's good though because I joined
But
when the
you're bad,
community was
so.
like really booming. Like that's when there was the
Yeah,
most.
yeah.
So yeah, that's how I got most of my growth. But I really wish I joined before.
Mm-hmm.
Still though,
For sure.
the thing I started off with was, as I told you, like Facebook groups. Like there was just this giant Animal Jam Facebook group, and it was pretty. No, it was quite good there. Honestly,
Oh my
that's
god.
where I sold most of my rares. Okay, it was pretty good.
Oh yeah, of course it was good for you. Oh my god. Wow. Mhm.
No, I liked it.
Man, got
That's
that high
that's where I met
prices.
some like such good friends, like people that don't even play AJ that I still talk to this day, like on Facebook Messenger stuff like that. Like I met some really great people on there that I still talk to. So yeah, it's been like
Yeah.
years, but yeah, I think Facebook. I'm not sure now. I'm assuming there's probably a lot less people in there, but yeah.
It's probably dead, to be
Yeah,
honest, because
definitely.
Facebook itself is dead.
But yeah, why do you hate
anyway.
Amino?
come on now, it's like hard to use and it's just like out of my
I know, it's
wanna,
just
yeah,
such
I don't know.
such a weird amalgamate.
You got this. You see the word.
Amalgamation.
I just can't.
It's a really weird amalgamation of like
honestly.
different apps all put together. Like especially now they're trying to
God,
copy
yeah.
TikTok with like short videos, which is real cringe.
No.
Yep,
Oh
they're
my
trying to.
God.
With like these little short
my
video
God.
clips. And the thing I
course
hate
you
the
don't do
most
that.
about it, the thing I despise about it is how it's run by people, like other communities, however. So you'll find this
Oh
like
yeah.
the Animal Jam group, but it's not even an official Animal Jam group. It's run by just some people that it's run by people and always has flaws because they can favoritize people, they can kick people out for no reason, they
Oh
can
yeah. Oh
they
yeah.
can abuse rules, things like that. And I know that's happened in like Facebook groups in the past too, but I sort of started a bit of a rebellion against those types of people. But yeah,
Oh God.
so yeah, I definitely dislike things that are run by people.
Right,
Which is
right,
why I
right.
really didn't want to start Discord, by the way. I don't like Discord, I'm just gonna say it.
Okay, I just want to tell you that I'm gonna help you like Discord. Just you wait.
One thing I dislike is just like people feel so entitled in there. Like, for example, my server, like I made it just so like my fans can hang out or whatever and talk. And I sort of wanted, I know you're a moderator on my. Oh yeah, I haven't told people this. You're a moderator on my Discord now, because you
Yeah.
actually use Discord unlike me. So yeah, if any of you guys
I'm
come
glad to
across
help
Valk on that,
you.
she can like talk to you guys and stuff. If
Yeah,
anybody
I'm
wants to
very
talk.
friendly, I promise. I won't shoot you down just like Patch does.
But yeah, I recently added you and my like in real life friend Tom onto the mods list, so like there's more people managing that because the Discord group's like growing a bit, and like there's just
It's
people that act like
crazy.
cunts when they join occasionally, like just join and sort of like
God, yeah.
spam the N word occasionally. So just if you ever see him, ban him straight away. By the way, any person has been toxic.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
I
just
got you.
yeah. For example, like I'll ban someone for being really toxic. Just I don't kick people by the way. I just permanently ban them, like so they can never join again on the same IP address. And people feel so entitled. They're like, oh, Patch, shouldn't they have a warning? That's not how Discord works. And I'm like, I'm not sure if you can see, but it sort of says Patch's Discord server, so I can sort of, It's just like,
Shove a
I know.
kick in the face.
I'm not going to, like, keep people in there that I dislike and that are just toxic and that I have a personal vendetta against, It's just like, if I don't like you, you're not going to be on my Discord. It's the same thing with my YouTube videos or streams. If you've been current on my stream, this is one thing. I sort of, on that last stream, I sort of started, someone was being just like, gay. I don't know why I used that word.
Wow.
They were just being, Jesus, that's probably bad.
Just
Anyway, they were just being,
really bad, yeah.
they were just being a twat, and I found the Discord and I called them. I just called them and they wouldn't accept, and I was like, oh, well, this is what people like. But yeah, no, it's just like Discord. It's just people think they own your server. And like I made this as like a bit of a fan service just for people to hang out.
Terrible.
But I really didn't want it in the first place, and like you've got to understand that it's my server and I'll run it like my channel and my Instagram, It's just weird.
Right.
But yeah. How's your Discord? Because yours looks really professional and you've got like dedicated channels to stuff, right?
It's cute. Yeah, it's so cute. I love it.
If you want, I can link yours in here. It's up to you.
Yeah,
or they can
they
can go on Vallkyrie's channel as well.
That'd be great.
You've got links, but yeah, that's cool if you want
I'll
to use
have to
it.
give you an invite because I had to cancel all invites
All right,
because of the thing that happened. So,
yeah, I know what you mean.
That's a fresh link.
Right, so we're getting into sort of the last 3 questions, I think. The real teas. This is where we get onto the top-notch stuff. And I know you.
Oh, great.
Okay, so do you want to become Jambassador?
Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
No, because I just feel like I just don't want to be seen as like that one person that people have to like because it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Vallkyriie,
You immediately put in the spotlight and you immediately have to be looked like as this person that all the time is just giving off good vibes.
Yeah, but I'm always giving off good vibes, so I think it's gonna be super easy. I just don't want people to be fake to me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What, you think that's a joke? Okay. But like, I think that like the reason why I want to is because I want to save the community. Like I know that sounds really cheesy or whatever, but like I really do. Like it's dying, and I
You know
don't want
what?
it. Like,
It's
so
I
bad.
know this is like a thing you genuinely want to do, but like all the 3 or 4 people that I've had on my podcast so far have like said the exact same thing. Like I want to save the community and I want to make it better, which is like cool.
Yeah, like yeah.
I'm quite the opposite. I'm here just to see the community die, and I'm going to make sure that happens.
Oh my god.
Because like I know I've got like beef with like jammers and especially
Literally
right?
everyone ever.
Yeah, everybody.
Literally everyone ever.
But like my biggest
Oh my
problem
God.
is with the actual game itself and the AJHQ stuff and how
Yeah.
they manage things. That's my biggest problem. Like I honestly
Yeah.
believe I was banned unfairly. I know I was selling items, but at that time there was
What do you mean
no.
you were?
No, I was banned unfairly. Okay, it was all on.
Because you were selling items.
It was
Okay.
assassination of character. Okay, so
Oh god.
this person like made a sort of a video on me. I'm sure you've heard about this one. I'm not gonna mention their name, but there was this video on me basically. They recently actually deleted all their videos on the channel, which is probably for the best because all their content was cancer and lies. But there's sort of
Oh god.
there was this video where this person posts like about them being happy about me selling them an item for like a gift card or whatever, and they posted it on YouTube.
What?
It's like sort of how
Oh,
people do
great.
trade proof.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
sort
yeah,
of
yeah.
like that, but for when I like sold them a spike or something. And I thought that was nice at first because there was no rules that like maybe it's because I was one of the first people that was selling items at the time, and I was like I didn't really
You gave
have
everybody the idea. Good job.
yeah. Oh my god, I actually think I started it. Jesus.
Yeah, dude, you're pretty
But yeah,
terrible.
no, yeah, there was no rules at that time, which really I know there was in the code of conduct, I guess. Which, by the way, I'm still not sure if there was at that time because they change it around all the time. But they didn't really reinforce it that much, and there was many people doing it at the same time I was. There was famous jammers doing it. Hell, like Apari, people like that were still doing it. And I know for a fact they didn't get banned on their Apari account. I know his old account got banned, Eggs. But like I'm pretty sure he was still doing it under like the name of Apari. But like it's just sort of his favoritism and not applying the rules to everybody. I mean, just for community manager themselves. I'm not sure if you remember, this is quite old, but one of the live streams they showed that the files they have named, during the live stream, the files were named shitballs1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Then
I heard about that.
Then Julian 2 critiques them for it, and that's why they didn't let him have Jambasta, basically. Because the community manager had a vendetta against him. I know it was a bunch of other stuff about the Julian thing, but yeah, it's just this like personal thing. But yeah, you've mentioned about like you want to make the community better. Do you believe the main AJHQ community manager, Kate, is doing her job as intended?
Well, I just I can't. Yeah.
May
well,
need some
I
assistance with that
can't-
one.
Yeah, I don't think that she's
not
going
fit
about
for the
it the
job.
right way. I think she's doing all right in the fact that she it fun and so that people can kind of get on and play.
I know what she's trying to
Which is
encourage
great,
people,
which
but
is fantastic.
I think that should be the job of the Jambastas. All she really needs to do is sit on the desk. Like she needs a desk job. I'm just gonna say it. I don't think it's good for a person.
I'm sure she does.
Yeah, I know. She definitely like does have some sort of work, but all she seems like she's doing is trying to earn a following for herself, which is so stupid. Like when you go into an AJ stream.
Yeah.
Like people know her as Kate. They're like, OMG, it's Kate from AJHQ. Which I think is so like just cringy and bad to see the community manager sort of. I don't want to say it's bad to see them interacting, it's perfectly fine, on like the AJ account. But I think instead of having her trying to make a following for herself or something stupid, ridiculous like that, I think it should be like Jambastas that do their live streams on the official AJHQ.
Yeah, they need to do that.
Yeah,
they need to.
Exactly.
Because that
I know
reminds me,
Snowy Claw.
'cause
I know Snowy Claw's had some sort of partnership with AJHQ, so she goes on their channel occasionally, right?
Yeah.
And that I've watched that video. It's really fun. Like I think it was like sort of like animation thing along with her in it. I can't remember. I just remember it was a really well produced video when people were like, "Hey, it's Snowy Claw. We trust her. She's part of she's part of our community." Whereas but yeah. So do you have any like sort of opinion on like this? Sorry, I just thought of interrupted you.
It's okay. I was gonna say because like I know one game that does that like in particular, I know you hate this, but Paladins does it. They on their Mixer or Twitch or something like that, they get streamers that stream like onto their service, and like they do that every hour. Like I feel like that's what Animal Jam should do, like you said. Like they should definitely do that.
That'll
like,
be really great. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sort of like having people not like take over the channel, is just sort of like once again it'll be helping the game, you know, like making people want to play.
Because it makes them seem alive, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It sort of adds personality, and I'm sure Kate's trying to do that, you know, sort of, hey guys, it's Kate, let's go on AJ together, but it's sort of like, you're a cringy 30-year-old woman that's banning innocent players, like, get the fuck out. I'm sorry, she's...
Yeah, I mean, at least she's trying to do her job, though. I mean,
know.
Yeah.
If you were to change or remove people in power, or adjust any of the rules, would you do anything? Like, I'm talking beyond Jambasta level.
Yeah, well, I feel like they need to... They just... there's like really nothing I can say about that. I just think that they should like over-enforce how people should just stop scamming, or else like things are gonna happen. I think they need to do that because it's killing the community.
I know what you mean.
And they need to like really review who's getting banned and why. Because
I thought of this like sort of option recently, but I don't know. It may get quite annoying for some people, but I guess it could be disabled easily. Sort of for people who mark their age as like under 13 or something when they begin their account. Sort of like they could have a weekly, like a pop-up screen pop up saying, you know, do not get scammed, do not trade people for, you know, items you don't want to trade for, like for example a necklace, they're trying to scam you, don't do this. Like sort of like weekly little, do you know what I mean? Like when your membership's about to run out, they post it like, hey, we want more money, your membership's run out, whatever. They should do those like weekly for people under the age of like 13 by making an account.
Yeah, but then you've got those people who they should do a worldwide shout, because like there are going to be people who will mark their age above.
Yeah, I know what you
they
mean.
Won't get it, but even though, because there's still people who will do it anyway. But I feel like if it's
they could apply it to all ages, but then like older people could disable on like the parent dashboard or something if wanted to.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely think like I thought of this like feature thing, and I thought it would be a really good like, you know what I mean, right? The little pop-up screens. And it wouldn't get too annoying because it would be like once a week or something, maybe. I don't know. Just a thought.
Just letting, because it lets them know that you care, like they care about their plan and everything.
And it could be even like a thing, like sort of make the Jambassadors sort of write it. Like for example, hey guys, it's a bad example. Hey guys, it's a parry. Don't scam. This is one way if people used to scam. Don't do it. Signed, a parry.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because they'll listen.
Yeah, they'll listen then because
it's kind of like how in Adventures they do like signed pack or whatever. Like they
have
the
alphas
signature. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, do something like that.
I think it would be great. But yeah, where do you see your? This is sort of like the last question. It's sort of like if you want to mention anything after this as well. Where do you see your content heading into the future? Do you have any sort of plans?
Well, I think that I'm gonna keep posting. It's just I feel like things are gonna get more fun as things go on.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's just gonna be absolutely fantastic. I love making videos, like genuinely, and it's like I cannot wait to get started again.
Yeah, it's great. You always have something like new to look forward to, and once again, you said you never run out of ideas. Like similar to me, you've always got something going on, working on something, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right, that's great. Well, I guess this is it. If you want to ask me anything, like as well, if you want to mention anything that we sort of forgot about, feel free to now. I guess I don't know. That's so put you on a spot. Right. Well.
I'm good.
Oh my god, this is the first question I asked you like before we even started recording. I was like, "Are you all right?" And your answer was just like,
"No." Freaking out, guys. Oh god. Yeah.
But no, it went great. I was sort of more awkward than you. I kept forgetting stuff. This podcast has been so terrible and unprofessional. But anyway, so thanks so much for, once again coming on, because I know we don't know each other that well yet, as much as like some of your other friends, but it was great to sort of get to know each other, and it was really fun talking. And I know we've got a bit of a video that we're working on. I don't want to reveal too much, but yeah, we'll definitely do that soon.
Thank you for letting me.
Yeah, no, it's so good. But yeah, you've your story was really cool and it was really fun talking to you. So thanks again a lot for coming on, deciding to come on.
Of course.
For the next possible episode, I'm trying to get Wisteria on. It's something in the works, so that may happen soon. Unless I have one more, there's sort of one more friend I want to have on, so I don't know which one will be first, but yeah. Also, I think the last one I posted was like 1 month ago, so I'm sorry about that. I'll try to do these more frequently. But yeah, sort of little announcements at the end. I just want to give a shout out of the day to Quackity from the Discord server as well as Instagram. I sort of do like a shout out for like my followers that are quite active in my streams, uploads, and sort of Discord, and are just cool in general. I know Quackity made me really nice art as well, so thank you so much for that. She also won the giveaway of last stream, which was a short spike. I think it was a yellow one, so feel free to contact me about that. And the giveaway of the day for today is going to be this one's a big one. Are you ready? You ready, Valk?
Oh gosh.
I'm giving away a red lawn. So if you'd like to enter that, feel free to only reply to the pinned comment in the comment section. There'll be a pinned comment that has 3 questions. You just have to reply to the 3 questions and add your username in that. And yeah, you entered. So yeah, thank you once again for coming on, and I hope this wasn't too boring for you. And thank you everybody for watching. Goodbye. I really don't know how to end these. I'm terrible.